now. Here we go 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 now. go now. Here we 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 go now.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Make it clap.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2021 Nepal Region, sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. Woke up your fun. My name is Phoenix Shaman. Alongside me, it's Guys Jibril Rupert. This is the final day. This is the day 4 for the regional finals of Nepal Region PMCO, and I'm pretty much excited for that. In fact, I'm very much excited for that. But before that, a huge shout out to our official media partner, Nemo TV.
Well, yes, a big shout out to them. But how excited are we already for this day, right? This is the day where the champions are first from the region, and
Yeah.
Wizzes with vibes, they're already looking on top. Can they be stopped today? Is the question for the entire Nepal region. And let's see these 15 teams, because big names, they're going down.
Big names.
Skylightz Gaming, imagine if they would end up on first today, they might risk not being present inside the PMPL season 4. That's a big risk for their part. Rob Fisher are definitely going to be there through the NC, but Elementrix, they're under the radar. All these teams, the gangsters, we're going to look after them. But how have they reached over here is through the semi-finales, and Skylightz Gaming was invited and 15 teams qualified, and then we have the finale for 40, where this is the last day.
Where this is the last, as a Trooper mentioned, we have only 16 teams left, and out of that, 16 teams, only one team got an invitation, and that was Skylightz Gaming. But why these teams are playing so good, why these teams are fighting against each other, just because of this massive prize pool, ladies and gentlemen. $29,200. For the first place, you will get $3,600 and slot for PMPL Season 4.
Well, yes, the slot for the PMPL Season 4. And how is that going to be decided? Calculated based upon this point structure: 15 for the chicken, 12 for the second, third place gets 10 points, and every single kill is going to give you 1 point.
Every single kill is going to give you 1 point, but we have the squad roster, which are the 16 teams that we have in front of us. Skylightz Gaming, which is with 5 on the top. H2o Esports, JyanMaara. They are on the second page of the leaderboard. We have high expectations from them, but let's see how they're going to play today. Elementrix, AsOne Unity, doing GANGSTERS, Krypton Esports. Elementrix, one of the most and one of the oldest club, as well as we can clan from the Nepal region. They are also here in the PMCO 2RCR. Team Hype. Hype is real. Yesterday, as well as day before yesterday, they were playing so good. EKTA Esports, that one lad, Mike. That was so
Yes.
good. He's so
Well,
good.
he was really good. Yes, he was the highlight of the day. To be really honest, let's see how is he going to perform over here. And two pros are here as well with all experience that they have, and new blood right close to them. That is YME Sports, who are now missing from the first base. They were looking so decent on the first days of the tournament, but now look at Cops where they are with 121 points. It's a big lead that Wizzes would might have, but let's see if they're going to sustain that by the end of the day as well. EKTA Esports, 3 chicken. Hype have got 2, Cops have got 3, and Wizzes advice 3. Altogether, that is 11 out of the 12 matches. And then we've just got 1 chicken dinner for Elementrix. That came on the very first day in the Sanhok game.
Yeah, I still remember that, but here the things are not looking good for these teams. Look at that, the second page of overall ranking, which formed the 9th, it just slipped down to the 9th position with 86 points. But Trooper, out of those 8 teams, 7 of them already hit that century, right?
Well, yes, they already did. And let's see who's going to be the next team. Because all these teams would be trying a really big opening game. Because it's not only about that PMPL squad, you're also getting a good amount of prize pool as well. And this opening game is going to be played inside the map of Erangel. And we will go back to Erangel on the
Yeah.
last map, on the last match of the day as well. But before that, we're going to go through the desert lands and the rainy forest, the rainy green forest out there as well. But coming back to the point that I was telling about, that these teams are really going to fight real hard because everyone wants a better prize pool, right? Why won't they? They've come so far out here. Just one team that is going to go ahead. So the remaining, they really prove their medal and prove why are they better than the rest, and that is exactly what they're going to try today.
You know, as I just mentioned, they came so far and they just need some more, prize pools. So are they quite happy that they take a happy exit, basically. They take a happy exit after this PMCU. But again, only one team will qualify for the PUBG Mobile Pro League Season 4. And that's going to be pretty interesting to see what's going to be. Right now, which is with Vibes, they have a pretty decent lead amongst other teams who just present below them. But let's see, this is the day 4, and anything can happen. We all know Nepal region.
And just one more thing, it's going to be pretty important who is going to end up on the hashtag too as well, right? You never know what's going to happen. There's still time when we are here and the PPL season 4. You
Yes.
don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so this hashtag too is also going to be very very important from the region because you never know what can happen, right? The future is always
The
unpredictable.
future is always unpredictable. Yeah, true. But you know, anything can happen. 4 games, 4 golden opportunities, ladies and gentlemen. Erangel, Miramar, Sanhok, and then Erangel. If you have a good start, you must keep it till the end. You have to, keep that good start. In fact, an explosive start till the end, so that you're going to find yourself in the top 3 or maybe at the first position. Who knows? Anything can happen.
Well, well, anything can happen. And yes, and nothing is certain for now that what is going to happen or not. And today they're going to fight it out in the maps, in the four matches that are scheduled today. Two Erangels, one Miramar, one Sanhok. And let's see if there's a team good enough to come backstage or come back for themselves on the last and final day, because they're going to be nerves playing, right?
Yeah.
The wives, they have done really good job so far, but it's the final day. Anything can happen on a final day, right? We were talking about this earlier today as well. It's not a land final. Land final is a completely different story, right? Those nerves go on a
Uh,
completely
yeah.
different level with the audience around and the noises and all those things are different. But even then, this is the PMCO regional finale. You never know who might just have a breakdown, and I just hope that doesn't come to a big team in the region. And let's see what's going to happen.
Let's see what's going to happen. I'm still excited for that first game to start. Still waiting for that first game of the day, and everyone else. You know what? Everyone else is excited for that first game because again, four teams and just numbers keep on decreasing, and the lead among the teams it keeps on increasing. I think so. Maybe it might possible. Climb up the ladder, but again, 2,000, $29,200 the prize pool
Wow.
is, and that's massive too.
Well, it really is, and 3,600 is a really good price pool for the first place. But the second team also getting $2,000. That's a
Yeah.
really big amount for any team to win, right? So these teams have really got to give their best. They have to end up on, if not on the first, then at least on the second by the end of the day, and it's going to be really tough competition for them. Let's see. We've got the plane path from the shores of Severny to the shores of Primorsk over here, and let's see how the teams are if they are going to change. To RGR, they're changing nothing, dropping in Severny itself. But if there are going to be any changes inside the drop on the last and final day, that is going to be something to watch out for.
That is something we need to watch out for as well as if that change and drop location going to help you or not. That is going to be the best option. That is going to be another option to look out for. But right now, look at that hype already heading towards the Yasnaya Polyana. EKTA Esports are just going to head on towards Georgia. So as Raw official, TDP is moving towards the eastern side of school. And now we talk about JyanMaara. So this is going to be a good day for them. Might be going to be a good day for them, and they are looking out for some amazing performance.
Well, they are. They are looking for some amazing performances as the day is going to go ahead. But Uh, they've already done too late, I feel like. Right? They were a big contender for that PMPL Season 4 slot through the PMCOs, but they've not given that sort of a big effort that we were anticipating from them, especially after that amazing performance through the semifinals, right? We just led the performance to a completely next level when after the first 2 days, I believe, after the matches, they were somewhere around 140 points. That is in 12 matches they were around
Yeah,
140 points, right? And they were like, oh, no,
without
I'm wrong.
securing a ticket.
Yeah. I have to correct myself. In 8 matches, they were
Okay.
140 points, and on the last day, on the 4 matches of the semi-finale, they just got 24. And wizzes with wives, they picked up momentum on the last day of the semi-finale, right? And they just overpowered everyone inside the lobby, dethroned JyanMaara from #1, and since then they're not even looking back. They've continued that flow inside the regional finales as well, and they're just performing amazingly over here.
They are performing amazingly over here, but look at that. JyanMaara up against the players of TDP. Shaga, he will go down and gonna secure the first blood of the game. This is the first match, and these two teams pretty close to each other, and now they are up against each other. TDP lost one player. We can see we have now 63 players, so they have to be careful, present towards the apartment side. Then another team also has to, engage in some fights. But right now, these two teams are looking good.
Well, they are, and right away changes in drop, and the results are here in front of us. Multiple players going down from PvP. This is not looking a good side for them. Even Nokia in this close range is looking to give a lot of damage. He does not have a lot of teammates in the vicinity, but he's just not stopping. He's just completed one kill. Now TDP down to just 2 players. They are in a very difficult spot. Sherpa and Noob just standing right in front of No Fear. And definitely he must be getting some sort of a cover fire, and that is why he's dropped towards this side. But the utility is being barraged on him back after again, and He is still surviving over there, but he's under a lot of pressure. And oh, he gives a good damage to Noob as well. He gives a
Oh.
very good damage to Noob. And now he's going inside with a shotgun inside in his hand and switches to the UZ because he does not have the 5.56 ammo anymore. So look at him playing with whatever he has, applying so much pressure without any teammates over here. And now one of them is alive.
Now, you know what? Look at that. Gunner already providing a lot of cover to his teammates, and now they're just heading towards that one lad who's on the first row. And Gunner already looking out for that, escape, right? If the players from TDP they're just gonna escape from this position, he's just gonna punish him from the outskirts of the school area, from the outside of this building. But TDP still waiting to stop on the right side of the building, the right hand side of the compound, and yep, takes down one student, just rushing it towards him, and he will go down. This is going to be incredible fight. Someone takes down another, but at the end, he got killed.
Sniper he arrived at the very right time over there. Sherpa tried really hard over there. He got some good results for his teammate. But JyanMaara, they did a perfect start to the day over here. They wiped out TDP from school and school apartment areas, and they've got 4 points already. And let's see what is the change of heart, change of plan over here for JyanMaara. They might just want to dominate the day so that they can get a really good prize pool out here, and that is something that I really want to see them do because they're a big name from the region and they've got some really good recent success. Even they were looking so good during the national championships, and now in the PMCO regional finale, when they know that it's going to be really difficult for them to end up on the first position, so why not just keep improving your rankings as the day progresses?
But that is going to be an important part, Rupert. You have to keep improving your ranking. Look at that. Skylightz Gaming on second 125. And so this is going to be a close fight between Skylightz, Hype, DG, and EKTA
Yeah.
Esports, because there's not a huge difference between them, right? Then we have Raw and Elementrix fighting against each other for the 7th and 8th position. But if Hype is going to secure a chicken dinner more than 10 kills, and the chances are quite higher that they're going to compete against the players of disease fights.
Let's see. 2 back-to-back chicken dinners for any team here from #2 to #7 is going to change the dynamics completely. We're going to wait for that. We got to be patient.
Yeah.
Other than that, we don't have a lot of options, right? The kind of performance in just 12 matches that has come from the sides of Wizzes with Whites, they've shut down everyone. They've shut down the entire competition. And they've been just so dominating. They've been just wonderful with their back-to-back appearances inside the final circle. Even in the overall standings, you saw how amazing they were in the position points department, right? And that is the reason why they are so consistent and they've created that big lead for themselves. And it's going to be very difficult for all these teams, but everything is possible. This is just sports, right? If you get the good thing going, you've all grinded enough. Doing a little bit thing in a more sorted way. You're just getting more sort of stuck in your strategies in your head. You
Yeah.
just sort of sort them out, figure them out, and maybe just try to convert them into big games over here. Hype was looking so good, right, at a point. But it all comes down to this last and final day. How can you just give direction to all the grindings that you've done? How well you can just dish out points from all the experience that you have is going to be the question.
That is certainly going to be the question, Trooper. And you know what? The only thing can lead you to the victory, and that is going to be a calm, composed, and as well as a good game, right? You have to be calm and composed in the start of the match, but you have to take some good fights in the mid stages of the match.
But in every competition, the nerves play a very important role. Be it anywhere, right? Be it, be it real sports, be it esports, anywhere, the nerves are always going to play a toll. And you've got to control them. And on these sort of a stage where there's so much eyes watching competition, you really got to step up to the mark and take control of your nerves. Otherwise, things just change instantly. And look at this. I mean, just using this extra bit of. Yeah, this is not an easy thing to do. Even if you try it from yourself, it takes a lot of effort to do that. Get on top of that house over there and pull it off over here. Let's see what the extra height advantage is going to give them. Because apart from that, that high ground. The only high ground that cannot be accessed is the lighthouse top.
One day,
Oh,
anything can happen, right, Trooper? What if they're gonna climb that one day? What if just some changes, some quality life changes being initiated in the map, and there's a ladder attached to the lighthouse, then it's going to be possible.
well, yeah. You're listening to wrong kinds of motivational songs, Anushka.
But anything can happen. Come on, bro.
But well, that is something that is needed to a lot of teams today. Are they
Oh, yeah.
motivated enough? Are they motivated enough? Because look at that, so many teams taking the damage from the loop. Even look at where this the one lad from YM Esports right now, so far behind, taking the damage. Hoody Esports, even the gangsters are taking some damage. But the good thing is the shift of the circle is sort of towards the military bridge over here. So these northern terrains can come into the equation, and you never know if the circle sort of shifts back to the main island. We've seen that happen in the Nepal region already.
Yeah. And Trooper, those type of curveballs being thrown towards the side of the player, then it just create one thing, and that is chaos.
Yes.
And what we have in the airdrop one to create some amount of chaos, just rushing towards one team, that's going to be two faces again. Kick 14. Wizzes with by pretty good because of AsOne Unity. Spots from Panda while he was rotating, but Malik got shut down by Akash OP. Oh, wow.
And they're not in all their full strength here, because some of the players, as we saw, Delta looting up, so they're definitely going to do some early players out here. AsOne is going to hurt them. They're going to complete the skill. They're now going to be a 3 team. This is something that Wizards with 5 don't face regularly. And they've just rotated towards the high ground. They're playing a big split. Let's see how that's going to shape up for them.
So let's see how it's going to shape up for them. AsOne Unity secured 1 kill, and the other 3 teammates of Wizzes with 5 pretty far away. But this is the second zone, Trooper. And look at that. Hype and Hoody Esports, they're already struggling with the blue, right? And now, Circle, if we talk about Circle, it might shift towards the main island, but I would love to see a grid circle again.
Well, not only you've got eyes on the bridge circle, some players have scoped it on the bridge already.
Damn.
It's rules. He's an amazing talent, right?
Yeah.
The way he's been performing inside the tournament, he's just stolen the show away completely. Now, let's see on the last and final day, can he just continue a good run? Because they don't need big matches, right? They just need to be present over there. Even if they're present during all the mid games as well, that's going to do it for them. It's all up to the other teams. How good can they perform?
Elementrix have a good control of this bridge and military bridge. This is going to be a pivotal part of the map again, of the zone. But now teams are just being silent. It's just like another day in the Nepal region. Teams love to play slow, but when it just all comes down to the fourth or the third zone, they are ready for the fights. And look at that, JyanMaara. They are engaging with the players of YM, and now this is going to be an interesting fight. Look at the circle shifted towards the military base island.
This is going to make things difficult now. And Elementrix are already in a very tough position. But they're going to be very cautious about their backline. The Shaw push is working around over there. Now, we will see this commotion taking place on the main island towards farm. They've got 2 RGR who have looted up Severny, stationed themselves towards the spot. They're watching some rotations, trying to hurt them. But problem for them as well, they got to travel 1,000 meters. And that's not much land that's separating them. They've got a bit of a water body to cross as well. And Hoody, they're going down.
They are going down. They are certainly going down. It's not a good thing for them. On the other side, 2 RGR, their squad getting knocked out, and they Not a revival, I think so. But at this position, look at that. He has to run. He has to run for his life. Now this is going to be important for Beyonce to take down Ryu, because this man has a lot of caliber. I've lost the main Salt Ryu, and now let's see how they're going to react to this situation. They have to move inside the circle. The third circle is closing in. EKTA Esports, 2RGR, Hoody Esports, all the three teams inside the blue zone. EKTA Esports, Spike X. This lad is so good. He can pull off any 1v2 duel. In fact, 1v1. But now
But
he has to move inside the circle. Yeah.
did you look at the timing of the painkiller? He was on 100 HP, right? And the blue was
Yeah.
just arriving. Even the timing of that painkiller popping in was so perfect coming in from it. This is what happens if you just outperform. You're going to have very close eyes on you. Even if you do a little bit of a good job, that would add up to the good work, right? So you've got to be really, really strict. And that is what Spike has pulled off in this tournament. Now, whenever he's going to be playing, my eyes are always going to be on Spike. That what is the special thing that he's going to do differently? And even
Yeah.
he's been so he's not wasting that extra bit of a booster as well. But now why am he still facing these problems? Because H2o have good control of the beach already. They're hurting players trying to just swim towards this side. It's going to be a very important control because the way the circle is shifting right now, I see at least two teams who are going to be trying to swim out here. Look at
Oh, yeah.
JyanMaara, they are just over there.
And you know what, Truma, you just mentioned one of the best point rates, Spike. What different, like, what something different, what type of different stuff you can do, right? Because again, the map is similar, and the teams are against each other, up against each other every single time they're competing against each other. But that one lad always do something incredible as well as something creative, right?
Yeah, that's a simple painkiller booster, right? So many players use it, but the timing on that booster is so much crucial to come. The blue was just arriving. He was
Yeah.
so aware of the game over there, and that was very important because he just made sure to get 100% booster. But now coming back to this situation over here, we've got multiple teams fighting on the military bridge with Elementrix holding the bridge from the southern end. It was Skylightz Gaming who were finding themselves in a sandwich situation, so the players decided to jump off the bridge. And Heaven has got a hold of very crucial revive. Can he? Can he? I think he is. I think he has. Yes. He has held on to that revive on Joker. With Hoody Esports behind. True Love goes down west. Charlie jumps!
Oh,
Seconds before Charlie decided to jump. True Love went down over there.
look at his
Oh,
HP, and he will go down. Johnny got. Oh, he got punished by Elementrix Cross, and it's just Joker who's surviving from the side of Skylightz Gaming. And look at the circle, 2-4. Look at the circle.
oh, I'm feeling so bad for True Love right now. I'm feeling so bad. I can feel his pain.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
the moment Charlie jumped, it was all over. It was
Yeah.
all over. But now, Krypton Esports trying to make their way. Let's see. Oh, very difficult spot. Elementrix have done a tremendous job over here. They've already got 5 kills. They've held on to the bridge beautifully. Let's see. It's a very, very perfect sort of a start for Elementrix.
Yes. They were gatekeeping that bridge. You know what, camping the bridge perfectly, and look at that. He's making a ball to the side of 15 players, but is he going to survive? Is he going to survive? And the answer is no, blah, blah, blah. The other side takes down Snipe, but Elementrix, look at that. They're playing with Orange, and Orange secure the final kill, and Manda properly spots down the players of Elementrix, fires some random bullet, able to connect the simple one. Now he knows that we are the players, but he's just being more careful because he has to. H2o, they have that upper advantage, but they're inside. They're not inside the zone.
Very important. Snipe while he goes down to the play zone. I think they're just inside the water right now towards that part, and that's a big problem for them because they decided to go swimming, right? And let's see if they've made it to this part or not. And now we have got EKTA Esports once again. So my eyes are finding where is Spike. He's in a split situation from his teammates. And Chade just trying to clear out these ridges where we already got the wizzes with white. 3 players just looking around the corner. And Chade just trying to find their way, rally some information, and nades and utilities being barraged towards him. But he's just surviving in these cylinders over here. We've got Spike who was knocked down inside that smoke cloud. He's just using those meds beautifully to get back his health. And let's see what special can he do over here.
See what specially can do over here, but GANGSTERS taking down the players of H2o, just a fight on a different part of the map, still on the military base island. But yeah, Gunner, look at that! He picked that MK14 and secured one kill, but GANGSTERS, they got eliminated.
Gangsters, they were looking good, but they got eliminated. I'm also surprised with Skylightz Gaming getting eliminated early, right?
Oh yeah.
They jumped from the bridge, they going down. Elementrix have done a tremendous job creating that
Those
pressure
are
over there. Yes, and they only had 4 matches to get down that big gap they had because they started from the #2 position, right? And the Wizzes with 5, they're still fighting over here. So they're going to increase rather than decreasing on the number that started from around 55 points. That was sort of the lead around 55, and that is going to increase significantly as well. So Wizzes with 5, they've got total control over here.
Guys have a total control over them, but Pandya just going to punish the player of Elementrix. He was just roaming around and he will secure that kill. And right now, look at that. Elementrix, they lost in one play and that's going to be big. And they are just playing with a different lineup.
आउँदै थियो
Not
भने
different
ग्यान्टीलाई
lineup,
एउटा
but
एङ्गलमा
one
देखिराखेको
new
छ राउन्डको
lag.
पछाडि स्पाइक रहेका थिए ओरेन्ज
Let's see what he can do. But JyanMaara take an exit as well. With just 6 points, they are outside and it's not looking good for them. Let's see what they can do over here now. In the remaining matches, they started with so much aggression in this game, right? It looked like JyanMaara, but they've just shown glimpses. They've just shown the trailers.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have an on state of the movie.
Oh. Let
Let's
me
see.
ask the players, right? We have to ask the players when they're going to launch the movie. We need the balcony ticket.
The Gante has that one right now with that beautiful concrete cover. EKTA
Yeah.
Esports are already looking good. They've got players in a split situation. And Cops, they're losing players to the play zone right now. Right? H2o going down to Mr. Akash Obi who are taking good control of the eastern edge of this present circle. And the next shot of the circle is going to be there in the next 30 seconds or so. And Wizzes with Wives, they are playing center and they're surviving. Wow. What a terrain control coming into these maps. Yeah, Miracle spotted him.
He's not firing a single bullet, right? He's just waiting. He's just waiting for that perfect opportunity. Now, he knows that there's one player, obviously, right? He doesn't know there's another one, right? Where the other arm. But for that, he just has to be careful. And look at that. EKTA Esports takes down one knock of Elementrix. They were looking strong, but that's not the case for now. They're inside the circle. The 5th circle also closing in. If it is going to move towards the southern side, then it is going to be good for EKTA.
Well, certainly. And look at the players from Hype. They're also going down over here. And the Miracle just making significant impact on all these players. This is Raw inside the backdrop as well. Down. And AsOne are making things difficult for the team towards the northern side that is H2o. And a load of smoke would have there. But look at this. He's going to jump on the throw.
Yo,
does.
you predict perfect.
And the
Sword.
distance, right?
Yeah,
Oh, but still
still less.
Still cannot make it. You touch upon that 70 to 73 meter marker with a jump grenade with the correct type of bounce, okay?
45-degree angle, right?
Yeah. If you're going to jump, if you're going to stand, you're going to reach about 61, 62 meters. But if you're going to jump, you add that extra bit of a 10 meter to it. So that always comes on the competitive lobby. It is a very important aspect. If you can learn to control it, it is very helpful. Because I always, when I'm playing the game, I know I need to smoke my teammate. So on a teammate, there's always a marker, right, that is this moves away. So you can always sort of help them if they're about 70 meters away. Just make a jump, throw them all the smoke towards them. Not the nade towards the teammate. Yeah. Let's see. Shot. Raw. They've got control of these features towards the west-eastern side and they're looking good already. But Wizzes with Wives with more utilities outside, they're just deploying utilities towards the smoke. They're trying to just hurt the team towards the fence. It's amazing nade from Reaper. This team is not just an ordinary team. They've scored already that person. What a amazing game coming in for them. And utilities being barraged onto them from every single direction. It is bolstered right. And so many utilities used up on Reaper. He's still surviving. still not falling down, refusing to go down. And this is the kind of effort someone needed. But now the Molly is going to pull him down eventually, but they've still got
What?
teammates who are trying so hard.
Look
Oh!
at that, Cooper! That one grenade from the side of Sus, that was rebound grenade, and he found a knock as well as secured a kill.
Well. Now, Raw, they got to make the run. They're out in the open. They've got two players from the Vibes out inside these niches, and they've got an idea that there's some enemies inside the vicinity who are refusing to go down easily. Let's see. Rules just surviving in the corner on the ditch. He's just being so camouflaged, so silent. And look at Delta in front of him. He realizes he takes down Sada, goes back into the stick out. Raw are falling down. They had the number and they have been eliminated. What a team! Wizzes with Vibes. They are amazing. Both the players, they've shut down Raw amazingly. They've got extra kills in the rally. What a team. What an amazing performance from these lads.
What was that? Now we have only top 4 teams. EKTA Esports. With that, we talk about the winner chicken dinner forecast. They have the highest amount of percentage, and Hoody Esports down the last way. He connected one bullet and another one too. Secured 5 kills. Disease with Vibes. Looking so good in the top 3 AsOne Unity. They got eliminated at 4th position. EKTA, Elementrix versus wizzes with Vibes. I am waiting for this fight for so long, and it's finally here.
Well, it is. But Wiz with Vibes yet again inside the final circle. We've got the
Yeah.
top 7 players remaining, and we already got Rules and Delta over here. And this has been the story for Wizzes with Vibes. Back-to-back final circle appearances, and nothing is going to change here on the last day of the regional finale as well. They're continuing the good work. It's a really good future for this team. Why not? Let's see what they're going to do in the next level. PMCO season 4 is just awaiting them, because if they continue this sort of a performance, there's no stopping for a team that can go to the final circle in every single game.
Yes. If they're gonna put this sort of performance, then you know what? They're like Superman right now. But one grenade being locked into his side of his with Vibes, and look at that Rules just lost a lot of HP.
Oh,
another one!
They survive. They're just unstoppable. They can
Another
take
one!
any blow. They can take any sort of blow and survive. And look at that. Look at that. What a time
Another
for
one.
that first hit to pop in on Delta, right?
Oh
They-
my goodness.
These are things that can teach you, right?
Yes. But still, okay, one more player is still surviving. They don't know. They don't know, Trooper.
Wow.
Okay.
But we've got Elementrix out around them,
Yeah.
bit of a smoke cloud around them, and Spike and Miracle trying to control things. Can't with them. Or he's found one more player with that he takes down. Switch now. So Elementrix down to one lad. We've got he's going to go down to the breakup. He goes down, and Wizzes with 5 kids to the top 2. Rules is there. They're fighting him. They're throwing shots at him, and they're going to take the chicken dinner in EKTA, but they cannot stop Wizzes with Vibes to enter the final circle. What better position if not the chicken, the second one? And EKTA Esports, I think it's their 4th chicken dinner. It's their 4th chicken dinner. EKTA Esports. Wow, and they man on the hashtag too. So we've been talking this going to be very important for a team to just secure that hashtag Q as well by the end of the day, and EKTA Esports have put us correct.
Oh my goodness, Trooper. 23 total points, 8 kills, 2,087 damage, EKTA Esports up for a roll. And you predicted it, and we were talking about this, right? If any team in the top 7 is going to secure the second dinner, they're going to find themselves in the 2nd position in the overall ranking, and that's what EKTA Esports did. But it's a huge role of Miracle in this victory, right?
I think out of these 16 teams, only 5 teams have secured chicken. Elementrix have got 1. The other chickens are being shared by all these players. The MVP for the game, Miracle, though, yes, he's a really amazing player for his team. He's got 5 kills, 926 damage, and the other top players are here in front of us. Elementrix just getting 468. Vishal is going to be here. All these players really played well for the team. But coming back to what I was saying, just 4 teams getting the majority of the chicken dinners. And it's now the 4th chicken dinner for EKTA. As if the other teams are not, they're being denied chicken dinners. And only a few teams are allowed to share it.
They are like, we know it's difficult to secure some chicken dinners, but there's a huge role of like it all comes down to your preparation, right, Trooper? If you are prepared for the first match of the finals, the pressure is quite high with the game. If you are capable of securing a chicken dinner, then yep, 4 is still a number. 4 is still a number, right? Just think about this. 60, in fact, falls in the, yeah, it is 60 total points from just chicken dinner.
Yes, really matters. Really. But look at this now. Another 15 pointer from the placement points. 8 kills for them. That's the highest inside this lobby. And really working out for them. Whatever they're planning is really working out, and they're just moving in the right direction. Let's see. The GANGSTERS, Skylightz Gaming. Woo. And Cops, don't forget Cops. 2 chicken dinners yesterday, right?
Yes.
And then missed out on the second bit of the match over here. And looking at the Oppo F19 performance, where JyanMaara started off things on a completely different gear. It's usually the first or the second gear during the early stages, but they started off from the 6th.
From the 6th, right? Okay, and look at that. And Elementrix was there to like force you to put up a drive your vehicle in the reverse gear.
And Elementrix, they also made a very smart move, right? Bridging, gapping the bridge on the military side, not allowing big teams to just move easily over there. Then in this final circuit, what a moment! This is with White refusing to go down, the national champions in front of them, and they're just being unstoppable. They're being just so dominating over here inside this lobby that it's going to be really difficult for teams, even if they go to the season 4, which is very light probability over here. It's very difficult for those teams to beat a team like this.
Yeah, okay, this is the interesting part of the day. It is an interesting point for the day from Phoenix Demands. Now, Hoody Esports dished out 30 damages and secured 1 kill.
Be like them.
Be like them, yes, be like them. Like, start stealing some kills.
Well, yes. And now look at the point difference to 62 points. That is a very big difference. And it's really a commanding position. And a big role has to go to the placement points, regularly featuring inside the final circuits. These are going to be the words that I'm going to keep using. Because look at that, 122 placement points. Okay, 75 and 66 kills is not a very big difference. Skylightz Gaming have got a decent number of kills, but they've not got as decent placement points, just like wizzes with Vipers.
Yeah, you know what, placement points and their kill points, they have a pretty good hold on those 2 columns. But AsOne Unity on 11th position stepped up with 4 total points, 2 hours, 9 on the 12th. But look at that, JyanMaara on 14th position with 54 total points.
Well, yes. It's got sort of a decent start. They're looking positive, but let's see what they're going to do.
Let's see what they're going to do. We still have 3 games left for the day. EKTA Esports, after securing the chicken dinner, now they are on the 2nd position in the overall ranking. And you know what? They have total 77 total points. And out of those 77 placement, but out of those 60 being secured from just securing a chicken dinner. But the first game's just taken in, and now we go on a short break. Coming right up, it's going to be the 2nd match for the day.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on. get it.
Here we go now.
Oh, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2021 Nepal Region, sponsored by Oppo. Bro, woke up your fun, and you know what? Why I'm laughing just because of the distance wizzes with vibes have created amongst teams who are the second and third and the fourth page of the leaderboard. The important part is they just secured 3 chicken dinners and they are still on the top.
Well, they are. Now it's time for the all important Miramar game. And from the shores of Los Angeles towards the Arab broadcast tonight, and all these teams are going to now jump towards the top locations. Look at the flight path over here, moving over the city of Los Angeles over here, and the Wizzes with fires. Let's see. They're going to yet again, once again, go inside the final circle.
That is going to be the question, Trooper, because every single time, whenever you look at the final circle, wizzes with vibes were there. And you know what? They're so capable of that, and no other team is there to stop them out in an early stage of the match. Aside of the fact that every single team just want to engage in a fight whenever it's like 12 or the 13-minute mark on the clock. But again, the question is where the circle is going to form.
Well, very important where the circle is going to form in any Miramar game, right? Let's see. Because it actually decides how you're going to rotate inside the circles and how you're going to hold up those crucial points. And look at this! Look at this!
Wow.
The 2 miniature islands are here inside this first circle. It's going to be so important. Just towards the eastern shore, and all these teams are already finding themselves inside. Look at EKTA, they're just moving towards the northern half of the map. Al-Azhar being occupied by cops. Wizzes with vibes moving towards the city of St. Martin. Hacienda over here. But the rest, all of the teams already inside this circle. It's going to be so difficult for these teams to rotate inside now.
And you know what? The rotations, the early rotation from EKTA Esports, H2o, and Hoody, it's going to be so much important for that. Because look at that. We talk about Elementrix and Skylightz Gaming, they are already present on the edge of the circle, right? So as DG, the GANGSTERS, and now in the previous match, TDP lost their first player, and that was the first blood. TDP lost their first player in very early stage, and that was the first blood. Now, they're pretty close to the players of JyanMaara Esports. And at this position, on Rillin, he has a Thompson, one of the best. Again, players usually prefer those type of meta, those type of combination in the final circle using those Thompson and UMP in the final circle in close range fights, and those are the best.
Well, they are so much urgency already. Look at this kills from the side of AsOne Unity. They found a single man of Krypton. They've spotted the parachute falling close by. The information has been relayed to the team, and they've just all committed themselves for this just one early kill for themselves. Saitama, they're threatening them, and I think Krypton have realized this, right?
Yeah. They
They
didn't
just-
realize it, right? As a
And-
suspicion.
Oh, look at Mr. Kucha. He's been pulled down.
Oh,
Wow. Audacity from the distance. Scarlet holographic side at this distance. Wow. That's a very, very skillful knockout.
Look at that, Trooper. Toku just present on the distance, and Inkis. Both the players are pretty far away from the compound, but they have the information about the players who are present inside the compound, and that is AsOne Unity. And now, this is going to be an important part because why? They are so close to each other. They have to rotate pretty far away from each other. Otherwise, they will end up against each other.
Well, yes. Let's see. But now Krypton realized that they have a completely different set of compounds that they can do and create more pressure. So that is also going to come into the equation because even that compound is a good enough access to this landscape. But look at this on the other side, AsOne,
Yeah.
they're just retreating away from the situation completely, moving away from the fight. And Krypton, they look in control. So no casualties whatsoever, just a knock that was executed. The player got the revive, and now these teams are going to sit on their separate.
Now these teams are just gonna focus on the patients and just gonna stick to the plan that it's enough for the 5-minute mark. We already gave revive to our teammate. Now we just focus on the rotations again. The thing
Well,
is,
yes.
like Trooper, this is like normal part, right? In the Nepal region, 10-minute mark, 8-minute mark, teams usually, just stay away from those fights. Why? Because they love to play. They love to collect some loot. It is important. If you have some basic loot, you have to upgrade it to the advanced one because advanced one is going to give you an upper hand in those duels, right? If your opponent has a level 1 helmet and you have a level 3 helmet, then obviously, if you're just going to connect one AKM bullet or in fact 2 AKM bullets, then he's down. Then he's done. He's dusted. But if you're going to do that, then you still have a chance to fight back.
Certainly. So very important for these teams to sort of get a very good altitude. And coming back to the topic of the Nepal region, the special swag that they have, right? They went up to the 16th minute mark for that first knock. Inside the 17th minute, we got the first. Remember yesterday or day before yesterday, one of the matches.
Yeah.
So this is what the Nepal region can do. That is how serious they are for the opportunities, and you're going to see them try really hard, even for the second position. Skylightz Gaming is not going to allow EKTA Esports that easy settlement on the second position over here. They're going to try everything. They might just be even wondering how to get that #1 as well at this point. We know how competitive they are, but how are they going to do that? Set their pace is going to be something that has to be a Herculean effort. Let's see.
That is going to be it. That is going to be it. But which team just going to pull off that, right? That is going to be the question, Trooper.
Yes.
But okay, now I would love to talk about Yang. Right, let's talk about this one match. They were looking phenomenal. They secured 12 kills, more than 12 kills, and that was an Erangel match. And at that moment, we were thinking, Trooper, that yes, now the gangsters, they got the pace, they got the momentum. Now they're going to dominate the lobby. But in the second match, and that was Miramar, they got eliminated at a very, very early stage.
Well, that is why I keep talking about momentum, right? You were
Yes.
so hyped up, you were so in the right mood, and the energy was flowing good in your camp. You came inside the regional finale in an opening game, get a 12 kill chicken dinner, but then you sort of disappear from the final circles entirely and just do not make another appearance. So you got to realize your strengths. They were so inactive during the mid game, during that opening Erangel game. They were just trying to concentrate towards those areas, and this sort of circle also favored them a bit in that game. And since then, they have always been, yeah, they've always been trying to rotate, not getting the majority of the plays. We know the likes of blah blah blah, what he can do inside the final circles, right? And he had the right amount of teammates in that game, applying so much pressure on multiple teams. And we've seen so many talented players in this lobby already, right?
Oh, yeah.
Inside the final circles, the way they dominate. Even yesterday, Spike, what a chicken dinner that was inside
Yeah.
Sanhok. If you're listening to this, if you haven't checked out that chicken dinner, make sure to check out that final circle from Spike. The way he took that chicken dinner for EKTA Esports was amazing. And you almost got a tattoo in your in
Yeah,
the
like,
last Erangel, right? If he gets the chicken dinner, right?
yeah, like I got so much influence by his performance. And yes, if we're gonna secure another chicken dinner from this position, I'll get a tattoo on my body of him. Like he's the Spike, the War Machine. Like
Wow.
I was about to like.
I think
get
that's a very
tattoo.
cool name.
Yeah,
You should
Spike.
just slide into his DM.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna text it to him.
Well,
Let me find his
just
Instagram.
yeah, just post the story as well
I suppose so.
and tag me.
And tag you. Okay, that's amazing, Trooper. Yeah, that's nice. I got it. Okay.
In your reels as well
Oh,
with
in
the
my
credits.
reels. And
Yeah.
please, let's not talk about my reels. They are amazing.
Okay.
But one of my co-caster, he said, "No, I'm not gonna, take part in those reels." But I wish I can tell you guys who he is.
But look at hype. They're getting some kills over here. Important stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
they are a team on the first page. They're
Yeah.
getting some kills. And look at Vibe Esports. They're getting shots on raw mission as well. They are stuck in between two teams, and we've got cops who are taking shots on raw. So what is this happening? 4 teams going up against each other. This is all happening towards the Impala area. And hype, they've just got 1 kill over here, and they're looting it up.
Oh, but why am Trooper? One team got eliminated, and this is the 10th minute. And oh, look at that! Skylightz Gaming also moving from the same vicinity, and they're gonna check out this area for sure. This is going to be interesting, and this is getting more interesting, in fact.
Well, yes, and look at JyanMaara over there. Getting some kills for themselves against 2 RGR, and Novia just confirming the kill. And Novia going down instantly, he's been traded. But hype, they're finding Skylightz Gaming so close for themselves. They won the piece of action already, right? You don't have to cross a bridge this time for some action. It's going to be very important how Skylightz Gaming are going to set their pace inside this Miramar game. Very, very important for them. Because if they're going to slip down to the 3rd or 4th or even 5th spot by the end of this game, they are not a team and the support behind them, they're not going to be really happy or proud about that. So they are playing this pressure Miramar game. They need some big points out of this one. Let's see if they can do it or not.
See, they will be able to do that or not. But look at that. 3 teams in the same vicinity in the 11th minute, in fact, the 12th minute. Okay, this is the time to engage in the fight. Let's go to RGR. Could put some amount of damage, but he's going to escape the barrage because he has a good cover of that race. Akku with his mini 14 shuts down Snipe Whitey from the distance. Look at that. That is amazing. Snipe Whitey, the revival is going to be there because his teammate is there so that he can revive his teammate. But now Akku just fighting against some random shot with the same vicinity. But now
सर्कल कता बनेको देन टिम सरी कता कुद्नु पर्ने हुन्छ अब एक किल यहाँ आइसकेको छ टिमको कुरा गर्ने भने JyanMaaraको हातमा बट अगाडिपट्टि 2 RGR रहेको छ सँगसँगै टिडीपी रहेको थियो म्यापको अलिकता कर्नर साइडमा हामीले देख्न सकिन्छ सायद स्टन कर्नर भनेर तपाईले जज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ बट स्टिल प्रब्लम यो छ कि नेक्स्ट सर्कल फर्मेसन सँगसँगै टिम्सहरु भाग्नु पर्ने हुन्छ आउँदैन फर नाउ सेफ ग्राउन्डमा रहेको छ सो उनीहरुसँग एक्स्ट्रा टाइम र यो फाइटलाई अगाडिपट्टि धकेल्नको लागि एक्जिक्युट गर्नको लागि बट प्लेयर जुन एरियामा रहेको छ उनको अपोनेन्ट जुन एरियामा रहेको छ त्यहाँ गएर सिधा स्ल्याम इन दिएर राइट आफ्टर स्क्वाड एलिमिनेसन निकाल्न अलिकता पोसिबल हुँदैन त्यो बीचमा रोटेसन निकाल्ने अरु टिम्सहरु आउँछन् भने थर्ड पार्टी आरामले एक्सपेक्ट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ फर एक्जाम्पल JyanMaara टिडीपी माथि पुश गर्न जान्छ पोसिबल छैन टिडीपी को 4 जना पनि डिफरेन्ट एरियामा स्प्लिट रहेको छ एन्ड देन त्यो बिल्डिङ एन्ड देन घरहरु पनि डिफरेन्ट रहेको छ 2 आर्चर कतापट्टि फ्रोन भएर बसेको छ त्यो उनीहरुलाई थाहा छैन सो द्याट्स व्हाई फाइट नभएको छ यहाँ देख्न सकिन्छ जहाँ टाइम कन्ज्युम मात्रै रहनेवाला छ सो JyanMaara अब फिगर गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ एक्ज्याक्टली नेक्स्ट मुभ उनीहरुको के हुने भनेर बट डीजी को टिम फेरि यहाँ क्याजुअलिटी फेस गर्दैछ इनफ्याक्टमा नक त भएको छैन किल सेक्योर भएको छैन JyanMaara को टिमको थ्रुबाट चाहिँ क्लियर डिसिजन अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ आएको थिएन भने रेस्ट अफ द एरियामा चाहिँ फाइट स्टार्ट पक्कै पनि रहनेवाला छ अब ए रोटेसन म्याटर गर्छ पिगलको साथमा प्लेयर अगाडि बढ्ने कोसिस त गरेछन् तर टिम JyanMaara ओके रिचको सपोर्ट भए पनि अहिलेको लागि पाउनेवाला छ 3टा टिम छन् 3 तिर एन्ड
ट्रायंगल फॉर्मेसन साइड टिमको तर्फबाट देखेला टिडीपीले 2RGR लाई 2RGR ले JyanMaara लाई JyanMaara ले फेरि टिडीपीतिर पनि सर्ट दिन सक्ने चान्सेस रहेको थियो सुजन प्लेयर्स पर गर्नको लागि एउटा उडन चाकको चाहिँ कभर लिने कोसिस गरेको थियो अनि कुरकुरेलाई चाहिँ यहाँ मिनी 14 कनेक्सनमा आउनेवाला छ OHR एकताको टिमको तर्फबाट मिनी 14 ले सर्ट दिँदै थियो 2RGR अर्को एकजना प्लेयरलाई पनि यहाँ लुज गर्नुपर्ने सिचुएसन बन्न पुगिदिएको छ टिम 2RGR को लागि 2 पोइन्ट 3 पोइन्ट 2 पोइन्ट 3 पोइन्ट को गेम प्ले चाहिँ बनिरहेको छ अनि JyanMaara को लागि पनि सिमिलर सिचुएसन नै बनिरहेको थियो
very important how you are
बेटर र्याङ्किङको साथमा आएको थियो अहिले फल ब्याक गर्ने कोसिस गरेको छ टिम 2RGR को तर्फबाट लाखेर अक्षय चाहिँ फल ब्याक गर्नको लागि ट्राई गर्छन् कम्प्लिटली फल ब्याक पनि गरिसकेको चाहिँ यहाँ देखिएको छ उनीहरुसँग अर्को एउटा डिफरेन्ट रिचको सपोर्ट बन्न पुगिसकेको छ कप्सको टिम भर्सेस क्रिप्टनको बीचमा क्लास हुँदाखेरि कप्सको बीचमा गाडी पड्काउँदै किल सेक्युर गरिएको थियो भने जोन वाइजको कुरा गर्नु पर्दाखेरि हाइप सेट छ एन्ड त्यसपछि H2o को टिमहरुको लागि पनि त्यस्तो खासै असर पर्छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन टिम एलिमेन्ट्रिक्सले पनि जोनको सेन्टर एरिया चाहिँ समातेर बसेको थियो यो एरियामा टिम JyanMaara एन्ड एकताको टिम छ एन्ड त्यसपछि टिम टिडीपी र 2RGR चारवटा टिम एउटा यो साइड समातेर बसेका छन् भने अरु सबै चाहिँ डिफरेन्ट डिरेक्सनमा रहेका थिए विच वाइब्सको केसमा कप्सको टिमको तर्फबाट डाउन निकाल्दै रुल्सलाई चाहिँ कम्प्लिटली इलिमिनेट गरिएको छ विजेस विथ वाइब्सको लागि ब्रेक लाग्न सक्छ तर उनीहरूले रियलाइज गर्नुपर्छ ओके गाडी पनि लिएर अझै बस्दैछन् सर्ट आउँछ एकजना प्लेयरलाई डाउन निकाले अनि फिनिसतिर लाग्दै थियो प्लेयर उनले पछाडिबाट एडिया आउँछ भन्ने कुरा सोच नै लगाउन सकेन
ओके विच इज विथ वाइब फेरि अघिल्लो म्याचमा नै अर्ली क्याजुअल्टी एकजनाको रूपमा फेस गर्छ कि जस्तो चाहिँ सिचुएसन बनिरहेको छ इभन अहिले ड्यामेज पनि फेस गरिरहेको छन् प्लेयरले बट यस देख्न सकिन्छ एकजना प्लेयर त रुल्स एन्ड लुज नै गरे उनीहरूले रुल्सको कुरा गर्ने छ अघिल्लो म्याचको प्लेयर जसले टिमलाई चाहिँ लास्ट मोमेन्टसम्म धकेलेको थियो भन्दा पनि फरक नपर्ला लास्ट म्यान स्ट्यान्डिङ हुने रहेको थियो डिजीको टिमबाट वाडु नक छन् अहिले घरमा जाने भ्याउनेवाला छन् एन्ड देन रिभाइभ पनि त्यहाँ दिनेवाला छ कुनै पनि इस्यु रहेन बट स्टिल डिजीले H1 युनिटीसँग फाइट गर्नु पर्यो नो फियर वाला गेम प्ले देखाइरहेको छ H1 युनिटीले एन्ड देन डिजीको टिमको लागि अझै पनि जुन सेकेन्ड स्पट रहेको छ त्यसको लागि जान सकिन्छ कि भन्ने थर्ड प्रोसेस पक्कै पनि चलिरहेको होला यहाँबाट नेट फालिनेवाला छ राम्रो नेट रहेको थियो ब्लाब्लाको थ्रुबाट राम्रो गेम सेन्स पनि भन्न सकिन्छ त्यहाँ बट SMG अनि कम्बो उनको कम्बो मलाई थोरै सरप्राइजिङ चाहिँ लागेको छ SMG साथै उनको SMG लाई कभर अप गर्नको लागि खुनी आउनेवाला छ भनेको साथमा राइट आफ्टर आए एन्ड देन फिनिश पनि गरेर गइसकेको छ तेस्रो किल टिमको हातमा पुग्यो भने SG पनि त्यही नजिक रहेको छ बट SG को टिमको लागि प्रायोरिटी रहनु पर्ने हुन्छ सर्कल एज उनीहरु टिल्ला मोमेन्ट चाहिँ रहेको छ 1-on-1 को फाइट रहनेवाला छ सहितमाले नकआउट निकाले सहितमा फिनिशको लागि जान चाहन्छन् एन्ड देन ब्लाब्ला यसै पनि ब्लिड रहनेवाला छन्
Well, let's see. Now we've got Skylightz Gaming holding this position with AsOne Unity. This just picking up this fight on top here. Let's see how we're going to deal with this. They're just spinning down players. We've got the GANGSTERS. Oh, they shut them down beautifully as AsOne Unity taken elimination on the 14th position.
Yes, they take an elimination at the 14th position, but the interesting part is, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth circle is closing and a lot of teams are not inside the circle and they have still 13 teams in the lobby and this is where the chaos is just going to start. This is where the chaos will take an approach inside the circle. It's going to slide into the circle. Look at that, Skylightz Gaming pushing out the players of GANGSTERS. They're just trying their level best on the other side. Love, he got knocked out. He needs a revival and that's what they're doing with GANGSTERS. He got knocked out from a moving vehicle.
Well, Skylightz Gaming is a big game, right? And that is exactly what they're doing to convert this one. They're just holding the side circles over here. We got to push towards the edges of the circle to get us to or a foot inside the circle, and that is going to be some pressure for them. Let's see how they're going to deal with this. But on the other side, it's H2o who are hurting with the vibes already in this game. Malik goes now. It's not a big worry for them, right? They've got a very big cushion behind them, but they are losing players inside the mid game now. That is going to be something that they got to worry. Because even if they go through the next stages, it's something they're going to be away from.
But it's going to be important. But oh, his vehicle is just almost 99% damage. They're rushing to the players of hype. One class. I think a week in say one wrong bump might just end up your story. But Skylightz Gaming, they have a good control of this compound and they might finish the players of hype. But EDP, look at that from the different angle. Sharp are still using an M16 and he is dishing out a lot of damage, taking down the players. And now this is going to be important for the teams who are just playing on the edge because the circle is just going to move towards the western side. I think so it's just going to move towards the western side that they are going to move inside the circle.
Well, yes, it's going to be. But this is all happening towards the edge over here. Shaga taking down sniped Whitey over there. And shots being taken. Look at that. Krypton losing God9 over there. But he's got clears and he's just going to blow up the vehicle in hope of getting that knock. Does not get it. Just taking some control of the situation over there. This is Tari for Skylightz Gaming playing in all important games. They have gathered up 3 kills already. And now they are hunting down for 4. This name might just get the 4th one for them.
Yes!
And it does. It does. What a beautiful lead from Shari.
Oh yeah. We were waiting for that. Like we were waiting for that for a long time. Look at that. Susan literally takes down players of PDP. High points inside. You takes down Gunner. H2o Esports on the domination. Secure 3 kills. Joker lobbing a lot of credit. Krypton not in a good position. Heaven X is gonna secure that kill. Oh, that grenade was pretty close to him. But oh, Krypton Mimic on the different angle. Heaven X is gonna pop out one smoke so that he can deny the vision. But he has to move inside the circle towards Mimic. But Mimic, where is he going? Okay, he's just gonna pick a vehicle. He's gonna move towards his teammate. Heaven X on the other side. Now he is safe. Now he is safe for now. But he's just making sure that he can just pop out some more smokes to be on the safer side, to be smoke cautious. But fifth circle closing in 28 players alive.
Well, yes, 28 kills contest. We've still got Skylightz Gaming trying to change their stance, not only inside the gameplay, but also on the overall stand. Like 7 on your screen right now, he's in a 3-1 split. He's just the flank player, getting that extra bit of information from the flank position for his team. Very, very crucial to execute, and he's got eyes set on the spokes of Krypton Esports as well. He's going to relay the information around one side of him. He's even got to deal with raw officials who are making their presence. And on the far end of the ridges, far towards the eastern side, we have got JyanMaara in a split situation trying to take control of the ridges. That's what they can do as Wizzes with Vibes taking an early exit.
Like, Trooper, we talk about this, right? We used to talk about this like every single time. Wizzes with Vibes are going to end up in the final circle. But right now, that's not the case with Mara. He's just moving towards his teammate and he will get the revival. JyanMaara popping and as well as lobbing out a lot of grenades, but on a different angle at the wrong direction. They have to focus, they have to lob it perfectly. One jump grenade can finish off the story. Heavy next knockdown, Coco, and takes down GOD9.
Now, this is the game that can sort of change. That can sort of change things.
Yes.
You know why? Because finally we have a game where Wizzes with Vibes have gone down. Now, JyanMaara, they're looking to make an impact. But can Skylightz Gaming get a 20, 21, 22 kill chicken dinner? Because, or EKTA, they can. So if they can pull something of that sort of a domination is required over here. To change things, it's not a very lengthy tournament, right? You get very few opportunities, and this is one of the opportunities where you got to press as hard as you can on the pedal, to switch on the nitro as well, and whatever you can do, get some kills, get a chicken dinner. You have finally found a little bit of an opening. Otherwise, the door is shut on you already. 62 points before the start of this game. How far can you just convert? And buildup goes down to the shots coming in from the national champions. Rig over here, taking him down, trying to take control of the ridge. He's blasting his way for some sort of a cover. Skylightz Gaming, with their tools just outside the circle, you got to press a little bit harder to get inside, and they're going to execute the revive. But H2o going down as well. And JyanMaara, they're playing a completely different PUBG Mobile than what they were doing in the last 4 days.
Yeah, but look at that, 9 kills, no fear. He's just living up to his name, literally no fear, running out in an open area so that he can finish the players of H2o, because again, it's important. You have only one single spot for the PMCO Season 4. It is required, and it's no fear. Sports down the player. Okay, received a lot of damage. H2o, they got eliminated by whom?
Wow, no fear, amazing. He was just amazing over there. So the shots flowing in from Elementrix as well onto those fights over there. And look at the distance over there for those shots. Orange from a space outside here. He's got players inside the fight position, but Skylightz Gaming, they're picking up pace inside the kills they feed. 7 kills already for them with all the 4 players standing. We still got 14 teams inside this play area. They can get around a 12 or 13 kill chicken dinner in this game. they can just cut down a little bit of a gap over here. They're looking good now. They've got 8 already. I'm just counting the kills for them because they've got the man advantage. Certainly, it looks like a big chicken dinner incoming for Skylightz Gaming, and we've got 2 more matches remaining as JyanMaara Esports now take an exit from here. We're down to 5 teams and 12 players, out of which 4 players are from Skylightz Gaming. How many more kills can they get? That is going to be the question. And is Elementrix, is Raw, are the gangsters are going to allow them to have this chicken dinner? Very important game for Skylightz Gaming.
Certainly very important game for Skylightz Gaming. Oh, look at that Elidaju. Just out a lot of damage. He's a lot of damage too, but Mari, he will go down. Elidaju will fall apart. Joker sponsoring down the players of Hoody Esports. Now we have the top 5 teams. Big circle closing in. I don't think so that revival is possible for Shari. But look at that Joker pushed up. Froga Sada. Oh, he got knocked out. Gangster takes an exit at the 5th. Turulov, FNX, as well as Joker. These are the 3 teams surviving from the side of Skylightz Gaming, because one of the teams we already got knocked out. It's not possible, and he got finished. FNX on the other side. He got knocked out. Tudelidaju, who is looking so good. It's a 2-in-2 situation.
Well, Skylightz Gaming are losing it inside the final circle. 8 kills with 3 players still in the game. One of them knocked right now. A lot of smoke being deployed. On the flank angle, we can see Joker far off here. But Hoody, they're sensing an opportunity. They are closing in. It's going to be very difficult for Turulov to take this 1v2. He needs a bit of a help from his teammates. Can he get this? This is going to be so crucial. That is why he's falling back. He knows his teammate cannot be saved. But he can still bring his other teammate into the equation from the flank position. And that is exactly what he's trying to do. But in all this commotion, Elementrix has now got an outside chance for the chicken. And now look at that! Kevin crawled back, allowed to crawl back. This is going to be all important. And he pops in a smoke towards the left side so that Elementrix cannot hurt him. And the problem now is that Elementrix are enjoying the shift of the circle.
Yes, all the 3 players inside the circle. And look at their position, Trooper. Every single player pretty far away, playing on the edge so that they can control every single angle. And now, this is the best part. And that one grenade being lobbed in from the side of Hoody, and it's just going to rebound back. And that was a smoke. FNX, he got thrown down. He takes down the Elidaju, but he got picked up by Lollipop. But now he got picked up by Joker. What is going on?
Can Joker hold this revive now? Elementrix are so far away, they just have no clue. Oh, Bay, can you just move in? Can you just spot Joker over here? He's the last guy standing. Haven just gets into the cover, away from their line of sight, and they're just throwing the UTPs in the wrong direction. They're so out in the open with the blue zone just closing in. We don't have a lot of good angles to take this fight. So you just got to commit yourself. Even just moving ahead. They're moving in the wrong directions, giving away very important information. And now Joker taking the front line, trying to buy some time for the first aid. He does.
Oh, no.
Then he gets it off. He gets the first stock over here. Joker gets this first stock. Bay, he just falls back a little bit. And Joker closing in. Important 2v2 situation at this moment. The time has been bought for Heaven. They under pressure. Orange with him right now. The UMP in the goal lane. Finds Orange very low. Orange has been turned down over here. But Elementrix managed to go through the takeaway. All important in this game, and Skylightz gave a crucial point in the final. So it took 6 points, kill points, and landed on the 4th position of the overall rank.
And you know what? We had glimpses of our Nepal regional language casters, and they were excited, Trooper, right? Look at that reaction. The people like so hyped up way. Elementrix got a chicken dinner. They are on 4th position in the overall ranking out. 24 total points. 1100 damage in Miramar. Just 1100.
Wow. And look at Nove here. He's got so many PP awards in the entire PMCO finale, inside the semi-finale stage. But now I think this is the first time he's getting the MVP on the finale. On the last day with 2 more matches to go. He's just out 829 damage. And really, JyanMaara needs a lot of these kind of performances from him.
Certainly need a lot of performance like there's no fear with 6 kills, 829 damage, 3 assists, and that's the best part, right? You dished out this amount of damage, still gave 3 assists to your teammates to secure 6 kills out of that. amazing work by No Fear. But we have the top tiers, Skylightz Gaming, Shuri, and Joker. They were looking so good and promising from their side as well. They are on the top tiers.
Well, yes, and so there as well. And this is a really big hit coming in from Chari. The IGL leading from the front, taking fights on the front lines, and using some good utilities as well. But maximum utilities used that his teammate rule up 20 utilities that he's used. So just how dedicated they are, how really they are trying hard right now to be part of the PMPL is something to watch out for. Let's see how Skylightz Gaming is taking control of the remaining matches as well.
Yeah, remaining 2 matches. Still 2 matches left. And
23.
yes, 23 total points.
This could have been a 29.
Oh, yes.
The kind of game that Skylightz Gaming was looking for, they just missed that out inside the final circle. They did everything correct up to the last point. And if this sort of a performance could have been repeated in one of the games as well,
Yes.
against things could have changed onto the overall ranking. But Elementrix, they did this all important chicken for themselves. Hashtag #4 you never know what could happen. But the important thing, wizzes with vibes, just 1 placement points, 1 kills. They take it. Are the nerves now taking role? Is there a twist in the climax over here?
Oh, yeah. You know what, Rupa? This is necessary, right? This is necessary. You will have to add those type of incredible stuff for the finals. But again, despite of the fact they got eliminated at a very early stage, they secured 1 kill point.
Well, yes. And these are OPO-F19 pro moments for this game where we got a good look at the final circles of how Skylightz Gaming, they were trying to use those ridges and trying to pin down Elementrix behind the covers of the smokes and that bridge. Even it was a moment when they shot that orange and they used to go on entry but still survived. But Skylightz Gaming, look at the kind of effort. 2200 damage incoming for them, 11 kills. What a valiant effort. Even JyanMaara stepped up, right? 10 kills for them with 1828. So Elementrix got the chicken. Skylightz Gaming and JyanMaara showing up. This is the kind of Nepal region that we were expecting and getting it from here. And even the GANGSTERS, Elementrix, Raw, Skylightz Gaming, all moving up the charts. And now the difference is 49 points.
Oh
49
my
points for
Trooper.
2 matches.
But-
Big games.
But Trooper, if we're talking about big games, Skylightz Gaming, look at that, the chicken dinner. It's still 0.
Yes, well, yes. It could have been, it should have been 1 over here, right?
Yeah.
And that would have been like 156, 199. That would have trimmed down the difference to around 43.
Yeah, probably.
Could have been, would have been for the stories, but what is it is here? It's a difference of 49 cushion points right now, stepping inside the Sanhok upcoming game. PMCO Esports with 88, Krypton with 88, both sitting on the 9th and 10th right now. But JyanMaara stepping up a little bit in this game. They're now on the 13th position. They have pushed H2o to the 14th, but can they pick up a little bit more of prize pool? That is the only thing for JyanMaara right now, because I don't think they're a contender for the PAPs, but it's a very...
Yeah.
The damage already has been done on part of JyanMaara, right? It's just about how many extra spaces you can move up on the overall rankings.
You know what, but still, JyanMaara, at least they're just stepping up. They are just moving up, climbing up the ladder. It's a good part. At least they're not at the bottom. But again, Trooper, the thing is, and that is 49 points. 49 is the marker. 2 games left. The VCs with vibes take an exit in a very, very early stage in the next match, and it might possible that the team, Skylightz Gaming, they close in the distance and they're again up for the 4th position. But we are done with our 2nd game of the day. We still have 2 games left. But before that, we go on a short break coming right up. It's going to the 3rd map, Sanhok.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2021 Nepal Region sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. Second Miramar match, that was amazing. Skylightz Gaming they secured a lot of points, and Elementrix kudos to that team. They were playing phenomenal. The zone was favoring them. They had good control in the kill department as well as in the placement department. But now it's time for the Rainforest Sanhok map.
Well, it is. Well, it is. And before moving ahead, we are going to have a quick look at this head-to-head in front of us between Elementrix and EKTA Esports. And look at the point, 136, exact same point on the 4th and 5th position right now. And they are looking good. Let's see how this game is going to shape up for both these teams.
You know what? The damage there, it's kind of similar. It's very close, right?
I think this is the 3rd and 4th, yes. They're not 4th and 5th, they're 3rd and 4th. And EKTA is 3rd on the overall standings. And yes, you're absolutely right. Look at the damage dealt almost same, the damage received almost same. But the kill department is where Elementrix have been just taking a little bit of an extra margin over there. But the positioning points is something that goes towards EKTA. They know the survival tricks, right? We saw Spike yesterday.
You know what? Like, it's a game. The placement points, why they are in their favor, because they secured 2 extra chicken dinners with Elementrix, right? And then again, kudos to the Spikes, and they secured a crucial chicken dinner yesterday. That was the 3rd match, and in the 4th match, he was also good. That one grenade, it could have just lobbed in inside the watchtower. You might secure another, but you would have secured another. But now, it's time for the 3rd map, and what are your expectations from Skylightz Gaming?
Well, let's see where they're going to drop in. And we saw a change in a drop from them yesterday, right? When the cops got 2 chicken dinners in back-to-back matches, they just dropped on their drop position and then moved towards boot camp. So let's see how they're going to play this game because they need a big game. Or are the cops going to come to boot camp this time? Well, let's see if the things are going to get spiced up already. As AsOne, they are just jumping over boot camp right now, and no signs of Skylightz Gaming towards that side up till now. Okay, they're going towards boot camp only, but cops just falling towards that camp Alpha River projection split. Or are they? No, they're not there. They're not there. Cops have gone somewhere else towards cave.
They don't want to meet him.
Yeah. And that is how you just make spaces for yourselves in rotations. If you young lads are watching out, if you've got a good enough team that can take a fights like Skylightz Gaming yesterday, they just dropped on that river transaction, created pressure on cops, and now cops have been forced to take the split drop towards the Kavi, Kampong, and they got to play with different strategies. But nothing is going to change between Hoody and TPP. They both dropped in here yesterday. They are still going to fight over here, and TPP. Oh, he jumped and goes down. And Lollipop, can he take down the second? No, the vibe is here.
Oh no, TDP secured 4 but lost their teammate in that is Shaga. That was again like an important move. You have to jump from the top floor to the bush so that you can easily take down the last person surviving from the side of Hoody. Now, Krypton versus Skylightz Gaming. Look at that web trooper. Skylightz Gaming surrounds the eastern side of the boot camp, and in the main building, Krypton already had a good hold. Now they're just moving towards the warehouses.
Well, Krypton were coming in camps during the semi-finale stage because we know Skylightz Gaming invited here, right? And so the Krypton were controlling camp during the semi-finals, and they were doing a pretty decent job at that. But this is the first time they have dropped inside boot camp on the regional finale. In the last 3 days, they were just moving a little bit, dropping in nearby the northern side. But considering the fact that Skylightz Gaming did not come to Sanhok yesterday, they thought, why not just go for it? And today, they might just get some early kills for themselves. Exactly what they're getting. HeavenX does take in the trade over there, but Joker is down. This is not the kind of shot anyone was anticipating, and Joker has been punished as well. Sad. But I think this is good, and this is where wizzes with vibes would be grinding. They would be smiling when they see this, right? They're like, okay, you can hurt yourself any day. We know what we gotta be there inside the final circles.
Oh, AsOne Unity. Okay.
Yes, they
This
were
is like this
the
is more
party as
important.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who didn't invite them?
Mm.
Who didn't?
Who didn't? Yeah.
They're angry. They're angry already. They're inside the heart of the boot camp. They're
Yeah.
like, we will know the person who threw a party and did not ask us.
We are the like
Yeah,
party.
they're finding that guy in every single room.
Yeah. Where are you, bro? Oh, baby, look at that.
I'm your friend and I'm here.
Yes, still. I thought like something over, but no. Oh gosh, come. What was that? Come on, you. You could have secured that one knock, but right now you just run away on the other side. God9 have good control of that one particular room, and Akash is backing off. He's just falling back to Rulov. Oh no, he's a sneaky man.
But they've been closed out towards a specific area of this main building. We've got two players inside the flank position right now. Already lost a teammate. That is for Krypton Esports. So the utilities are being thrown towards them. God9 is the flank angle for himself. Oh, he steps into the molly.
Oh no! Now he's the Ghost Rider. Oh, he survived.
And they realize that there is some damage that has been dished out over there. Pressure is going to be created, but Mr. Kashi's given a really good job considering he's given so much damage. And Krypton Esports are still standing all 4 minutes squad, okay. But this is the third kill that they've completed. They're looking good. They're looking in control of the main building. And Skylightz Gaming has sort of decided just to keep a little bit distance from the main building and just place themselves around it.
Oh wow!
What
What
a
the
name.
beauty was that?
That is how you create pressure.
Yeah.
If someone visits your top location,
Oh yes.
that is what makes them rethink. When the next time you're going to be there inside the lobby, they would be like, oh, they go to some amazing dates. They create pressure. Go there.
Oh, what was
what
that?
a game!
Oh no, the QBC
Charlie,
is getting
you
weapon.
beauty. Well, it's just so amazing, Andy.
Okay, now Shari, he is just regrouping with his teammates. And it's a different fight in a different part of the map. EKTA Esports versus H2o. And we all know that H2o, they have a height advantage. But EKTA Esports, that one single player pretty far away from the back on the flank angle. And that is going to be Slipknot. But Shante keep on dropping some grenades. Mara just going to dodge those. Pretty good. And oh, look at that mini map. This one player of H2o, he's also on that flank angle. That is Octopus.
Let's see what he can do. We've seen that flank angle, a very important spot, right? But JyanMaara, Snipe YD already in action inside the kill feed. And Octopus is sort of just waiting for a different angle now. Maybe just backstabbing a bit, and now we are back to boot camp.
We are back in boot camp. We are back where the party just started. And JyanMaara up against the players of Brawl. JyanMaara Trooper, they are just fighting against with some teams. And this is the PMNC champions. They are up against the players of PMNC champions. And look at that. H2o takes down 2 of EKTA Esports. Shantae's skill has been confirmed.
Pressure already on that side of JyanMaara, but look at those. Even GANGSTERS goes down. Pressure, more pressure on EKTA Esports. On the hashtag 3 position. These are big dollars that they might lose if they fall down early in the game. But back in boot camp, fight is still on. And a gaming as here, but AsOne, where are they now? Because they're down to just 2 players. And this is the situation between Turulov. There's Charlie that far away. And Turulov, he moved from one cover to other cover, and in the process he took some shot. And now then they created this opening, beautiful opening with
Oh,
that nade, take them down and loot him up. And Shari realizes, right, that this
yeah.
is now not a good fight to take. Street is a bit option. And in the backdrop, no official was just outside boot camp. Let's see if they've got something in this fight as well.
But Trooper, look at that. H2o, JyanMaara, the players from JyanMaara, they were knocking out some players of H2o. Now it is another team, and that is different team just from the distance. And now look at that. No Fears is going to lob that one grenade it perfectly. It might be the end for H2o. They're going to live up another day. Another nade being tossed into the side of H2o. No Fear receives some more damage from the sidelines. Knife Whitey. Oh no, that one flew pretty close to him. And now he's behind the rock. He was already been compromised, and he will go down. Susan is there. He is the last player surviving from the side of JyanMaara. They fell into a trap. They are in a difficult situation. In fact, a very difficult situation. H2o, their number is there. The man advantage in their favor, and by him, spots down Susan. JyanMaara never expected this.
They were doing the third party, right? H2o, they eliminated EKTA right away, and then they realized this and they just committed everything that they had. And it just backfired on them. And the three-man team from H2o, they are so aggressive, right? Since day before yesterday, we've been talking about how aggressive they are, or the X factor that they possess as a team, and their initiators. They're always just waiting for a fight, and when they're getting it, they're just delivering some amazing results for themselves. Winning this fight is going to be very good for their morale, as Heaven has also been pushed inside boot camp. So this is Skylightz Gaming falling in the penultimate game of the regional finale, one after the other. The lads have been hunted by Krypton Esports over here, as this nade from Susan, the last and final player from JyanMaara, just somehow landing right on point.
That was perfect. Knocked out one, looking out for another, but H2 GD. Now it's Raw doing a third party. They are not in a comfortable spot, Rupu. They have to run away. Susan secured that one, stole another, but at the end he got punished for his, for his kill securing, as well as he secured a lot of kills. That's a good thing. Look at that. JyanMaara with 4 kill points in their backpack.
I think that's a good trade for JyanMaara. Susan, the last player standing, getting 2 kills for himself. There's no guarantee, right? In a Sanhok game with so many enemies around you that you can survive the waiting and passive game for a long time. So why not just get the 2 kills right away and just make sure that you get it. What are your thoughts about this one?
Okay, that's a Ronnie truck converted into a Tesla.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, right? That's decent.
Yeah, that's actually different.
Yeah, that is different, and we love different. And look at that. The fate is not different for H2o. He got eliminated at the 13 with 4 total kill points. And Raw officials, all the 4 players alive, secure 2 kill point. Elementrix. This team up against the players of Hype. They've gone crazy. Just want to climb up the mountain. And okay, his teammates, they are providing him the cover. Orange. He has to be careful, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Sus, look at that.
He's just very low. The medikit is popped. Yes, it does. But Orange goes down from Ryu. Look at those long distance shots coming in. That is from the different part of the island completely. What an amazing knock that was from Ryu. Special player. We've seen him being so amazing inside the regional finale. For a moment, Hype really looked at the momentum on towards the end of the day, number 2. And really could not convert it to a big day number 3 for themselves, and that is why now they're just finding themselves not right on the top, right towards the business end, but they're still looking good. They could just have a really good performance in this game, add on to some really precious dollars in their overall price for it. I think they will be looking to try this out over here.
To RGR present towards the Paradise Resort. Inside the circle, YM Esports, that one single lad, Hell, running for his life. Pretty close to this one compound, pretty close to this one resort. In fact, Hell Just gonna lob that one grenade inside the Paradise Resort. So that clear out one area, but oh no! Just like be careful, right, Rupert? There's
Very careful,
teammates
yes.
already. Yeah.
It's very important to be careful, right? In this sort of situation. What do you think? What do you think, Phoenix? Who is going to take the chicken now from here?
Wizzes. With vibes like up for a chicken dinner, but this time I think so. It's going to be Krypton.
Okay. So you pick up the favorites, right? You always pick up the favorites, the strongest seed. Wizzes for the tournament, Krypton for the match over here in Sanhok. Let's see. JyanMaara Esports with all the 4 players standing, 2 kills, similar sort of position for Raw. And we've got the Wizzes with Vice, who already lost a player in. Oh, Rima has executed.
This is going to be incredible, Trooper.
Yes.
The team, oh, you know, they're finding an opening, and this is going to be the best for them because now they knocked out one player of 2 RGR. Kurkure, he's on top. Robert Larkin, he sees some more damage. He's ready for a fight, and right now they're just putting up a good fight. And look at that, Get Out also got knocked out. It's a 3v3 situation. It's an even situation. Larkin will fall down. Get Out, now find another. Just gonna secure that kill. Money from the backline. Slowly it's closing in. And now YM, they have good control. It's going to be 3v4. Axel goes down. Kurkure for the drop shot. No, it doesn't work out in his favor. And JyanMaara Esports eliminated one team. And JyanMaara Esports, they're gonna secure a chicken dinner, I think so.
So you also changed parties pretty quickly, right? Yeah, that's interesting. I like that.
No, I never changed my party.
I'm just kidding.
I just forgot the DCs, man. I forgot the name.
Well, a northern shift of the circle, pretty important. Look at the number of teams that are finding themselves outside, and we've got Chari OP.
Short-term memory loss, yeah.
Yeah, Chari over there. He's just surviving, hoping to get a big chicken dinner for his team. The responsibility is there. PMCO Regional Final, Nepal Region.
Oh,
Skylightz Gaming, Krypton and AsOne. They get wiped off. That's literally wiping off like an eraser. The single spray just wiping off AsOne out of the game. Wow.
You know what? Just like you just draw something on the on
Exactly,
blackboard, and you just need one duster so that you can wipe the marks, and that's what you just did, right?
And
Oh,
look
look
at
at the Adrenaline takes down Rick.
But I really like the spray control over there.
Yeah.
In those 2 kills.
The
There
tracing
was-
was perfect.
Yeah, there was absolutely no recoil. Tracing it from one play to the other, it looked like a straight line, and he did not put his hand off the triggers. He knew exactly what he was doing over there.
But now look at that Raw. They are on the markers. They already got marked by a lot of teams just because of that smoke. Elementrix moving in, and Cooney. Okay, can you able to do that again? No, that's not true. But he just tried his level best. That was his teammate, in fact. But now GANGSTERS still inside the safe zone. The 4th zone closing in. Blah blah blah. Not in a good spot. But right now he's pretty safe from the back line. So yeah, it's good for him. But they have to be careful from Raw.
Well, yes, they have to be very careful. And they're looking good in this game, right? It's already in the rally. They're trying to hurt multiple teams inside the vicinity. They've got a high ground to play with. And on one side, they've got a team that they've pinned down inside those houses, outside the circle. Sort of an investment that they've made on TD. But if you come out towards this side, you're going to be our point. But behind them, look at that. Chari, and he's been spotted by TDP. So the dreams might just fall out of the blue for Skylightz Gaming inside the Sanhok game over here. They're not looking. Just Krypton Esports,
Yeah, man.
AsOne, everyone over there, and They just kept losing players after players. Skylightz, there was a team that I was just hoping for during when the day started, that they might just bring in some spice, some ingredient as the day progresses. But going
That is
down over
necessary,
here.
right, Trooper?
Yeah,
If you're just
certainly.
cooking something, looking out for a chicken dinner,
Yeah,
you need that spice, right? It should be spicy.
they're all chefs, right?
They all are chef, and wow, look at that! They're using smokes too, right?
Yes.
And Molotovs for fire. Okay, yeah. Now it's justified.
Why aren't you loyal?
Sorry. Apologies.
That is the end for Skylightz Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. On the hashtag 10 position in this penultimate game, they were trailing with 49 points on the overall standing, and they just missed out. Now let's see. Elementrix were there with 136 points. That was a big difference. Can they make some changes over here? As EKTA Esports have already fought. But Wizzes with Vibes, they are still here with all the 4 players standing. 3 kills in the tally. They're looking as impressive as always, as Esports is taking control of the northwestern edge of the Paradise Resort, and they've already got some good kills in their favor, and now they're trying to pin down the cops.
Cops right now surviving with just 2 lad. Bollister just popping out some molly so that he can end the aggression, or he can even buy some time. Hype on the other side. They go down at the 9th position without securing a single kill point. Raw Rig, he's just on the receiving end. After knocking him down, press the process, they got eliminated at the 8th position. And now the circle just moved away from the Paradise Resort. YM, they have to move inside the circle. So as the players of Pop and the GANGSTERS and wizzes with fights, in fact, Elementrix, he is fighting against a Blue, doing a heal battle right now. He is going down. Oh no, he applied that first hit kit. Perfect. Perfect. That's perfect time.
And why? Oh, they shut him down completely.
Wow.
Shut them down completely. Cops, this was also a team on the first page of the overall standings. They also taking an early exit over here. And now Esports end up stopping. They found their next enemies out here. They've just moved out of the Paradise Resort area, and they're now finding Krypton Esports. Oh, what an amazing shot that was, catching him out on the jump, creating more pressure. Is this out more damage to Compelin? And he takes the second one down as well. So Krypton Esports, they were facing some problems, losing on to the players, but Inkus is just standing up to the occasion, taking 2 players down, and now Esports, they certainly got to check the gears that they were on. Taking this damage. This is an M249 that is making that big damage on them. And from the different part of the circles, we've got Raw, who are still trying to emerge, clear out space towards the northern edge. They've got the wizzes with Vice to deal with, and 2 of them have gone down instantly. And Elementrix Orange, who was doing the damage, has been picked off and gets eliminated over there.
But Bishal, this lad, he was the person who picked up the final player of Krypton. Now YM with 2, Raw with 3, so as wizzes with 5, but they have to revive the one team. And look at that rage. We can see that that's why Orange got killed at that moment. YM, hell, he has 3 first aid kits, and that's it. Look at the circle, Trooper. Nowhere, like literally just form in the center off road.
And no team, no player out of that, and Esports is doing the seal battle outside, as Wizards with Vibes made yet again appearance inside the final circle. Delta holding on to 5 of there. Raw officials, the national champions are here. They're certainly part of the PMCO Season 4. And now they're just applying pressure on Wizards with Vibes. It takes down this club. The trade is also there. The last player standing outside the place, and Esports take an exit. The wheel battle has been completed over there as Delta with his teammate just surviving behind the single tree, and they're getting picked off over here. Vishal, he's just applying so much pressure, and shots being taken on Rebel. Let's see if he's going to stand up and take those shots and try to, as he tries to shut them down. It takes some rage. Oh, he's still surviving over there. Let's see.
That is just me. Oh.
And he goes out now. Look at Rebel in front of him. 1v1, and we shall shut them down. That's the chicken dinner there for the national champions. And Wizzes with Wives take yet again second position over here. And they're just going to easily cruise way past that 200 mark. But Ruthless aggressive all here with this second dinner. They are now a new fresh arrival on the hashtag 2 position. So the contest for the hashtag 2 position, the second place is still under process over here, and we've got a new set of this arrive over here. So let's see how Skylightz Gaming, Elementrix, and EKTA Esports are going to use this as a 28-pointer game here. Comes in for this team.
Look at that. Get out at the MVP from JyanMaara Esports. Pure Trickers dished out 935 damage. The survival time is perfect. 2020. 1 assist and 0 healing done. That's the best stats.
Well, yes. 6 kills, 935 damage. It's just been amazing. Controlled the mid game throughout, and the Paradise Resort area was Esports territory for a very long time until they were hit by Incus over there, and he was amazing. And his teammates make an appearance over here with 532 damage and 3 kills, and they just dominated Skylightz with their adventures of camp over here. Rosada also makes an appearance, and inside the match summary, we're going to have a look at other players who just did some significant job. 10 utilities used for Bishal. He was there inside the final circle when his team needed him. They get a chicken dinner, and I think this is the first chicken dinner for Roy. This is the first one for them. A 28-point game inside Sanhok. These are big numbers in a Sanhok game.
You know what, Trooper? After fighting for the longest time, as well as just looking out for that one chicken dinner from last 12 games, Raw find one in the 13th one. But I just want to say one thing, and that is Wizzes with Vibes, they are on in their prime right now. They are in their prime.
Well, they are with their prime, getting back-to-back appearances. Just the last one game, I think that in a very long time that they got just 1 point. Now let's have a look at the overall moments over here, and everything started inside boot camp over here. And by this time already Skylightz lost their first player, and then it was JyanMaara with a little bit of energy that they brought inside the gameplay today, and just getting some early fights their way. They got 2 extra kills. Susan over there over H2o Esports, but then he was shut down by the likes of Raw official inside the game. They just controlled the games.
The Paradise Resorts fight was amazing, and every single time it was just in favor of YM. Be any single team, be it P2RGR, Cops, JyanMaara Esports, every single time they came up and they won. But outside the Paradise Resort, they lost it, right? Against the players of Krypton Esports, and he literally take down the 2 players, and then it just all come down to those 2. Hell, he was doing a heal battle, but he doesn't have enough first aid kit. But Raw on the other side, to be honest, that approach from the side of Rage was decent, but at the end he got knocked out. Vishal, chances were like way high that he's gonna win that duel.
Well, it was. And now it's time to have a look at the total damage of the Sanhok game. We 82 damage for YMEs, 9 for official, the 5 taking 40, 20, all these featuring inside the final circuits. But Elementrix were there, just 595 damage, and I was expecting big numbers coming in from them, but clearly just good for them. So let's see how they're going to play over here, because now look at them, 146 points on the 4th position. Skylightz Gaming just 5 points ahead. Ruthless aggressive warrior, they've got this just 1 point lead. But look at how far wizzes and Vibes have been. If you calculate what sort of a chicken dinner Skylightz Gaming or Ruthless aggressive warrior needs, that's going to come down to maybe a 60 chicken dinner.
Oh wow! You have to kill your own teammates, right?
I don't think that's possible.
Then the chances are still less that you're gonna finish at the top.
This has been dominating. Look at that. They've got 135 placement points, and the team of the second has got 152 total points. So they've just shut down the entire competition over here. And this is how the second phase looks. JyanMaara is just moving up with every part of the game. But I think the maximum that they can do is up to hashtag 11, as AsOne Unity is just in front of them. One more Erangel game to go. But all these teams on the second page, the maximum that they can fight for right now is just a little bit more extra points, a little bit more respect if they can get out here. And let's see what they're going to do as just one last game remaining now.
You know what? Slowly and surely, the mats are decreasing, and the glitch and matrix. Look at that. Trooper just fading away. just heading towards the end. But you know what? We have one game left. One single game, and that is going to be the second Erangel. And we go on a short break. Come right up. It's going to be the final match for the regional finals of Nepal PMCO 2021 Fall Split.
Here we go now.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run. Oh, what's the word on the sea? Kicking up the dust, you know what I mean. We got a good thing going. We got a good thing going on.
Let's get it.
Here we go now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2021 Nepal Region, sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. This is the final match for the PMCO Fall Split Regional Finals, and that is going to be on the Erangel map, the classic Erangel map. And at this position, wizzes with vibes, they are on the top, but there's a huge competition going on. The second till the seventh position, the head-to-head. If we talk about this head-to-head, these two teams are pretty close to each other on the second and third position in the overall leaderboard.
Well, 151, 152, that is the kind of positions that they have right now. And if, with Ruthless Aggressive Warrior with one chicken in their tally, Skylightz Gaming have none. So it's going to be a race for the second spot. And that can be crucial, right? We're talking about uncertainties inside the future. You never know what's going to help you. And maybe a second place just somehow gets you something good for yourself, some crystal ball out there, something hidden in for the second position, but there's an extra bit of a prize pool for sure. You get an extra $400, right? Because the third place goes away with $1,500 and the second place already has a prize pool dedicated for $2,000. So that is something that these two teams will be now fighting for. But otherwise, with that sort of a humongous lead that Wizards with Whites have created, I don't think any of the team has an answer for them in the entire Nepal region at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what? The answer is not yet here with for any team, but I think so. I think so. Wizzes with vibes. They are looking out for the PMPL season 4 already, and look at that. History gonna repeat itself. Trooper. I just want to say one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Trooper, we were casting some different regions as well, and we witnessed similar kind of playing path on the final match
Yeah,
in a different
yeah,
region.
yeah.
And this is
South
again
Asia.
the final match.
Yeah, South Asia wildcards, and Finland did not go towards military base in that
Oh,
game,
yeah.
right? But I don't think Wizards with Whites are going to be any sort of that pressure, right? They can just drop in like in a funny manner as well. Like one player can go to military base, the other can drop in Milita, the next can take an attendance in prison, whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's
Just
totally
go
up to them.
wherever you want. It's like all yours.
Maybe you can go to the spawn island as well.
Oh,
If you
that
feel
trip
like.
is going to be incredible, right?
Have you ever seen any player go to that spawn island in a competitive game?
No, not in competitive.
Okay.
Not in competitive for sure. Me and
You
my
know-
friends decided that we're gonna go like let's visit the spawn island. And look at that, the circle.
This is the kind of circle you need for the spawn island to come
Go
in.
to the spawn island. VCs with vibes, come on.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Okay. That's going to be something amazing. A journey to the spawn island in a competitive game and just somehow bringing that into the game because no one has done that so far, right? In
Yeah.
any region.
Let's
No
do
one
it.
is no one is that crazy enough, I think.
Yeah.
Like to think about
But
that.
okay, Trooper, just imagine. It's going to be on the news, right? That one team in the finals visited the spawn island, and this is the PMCO.
Not going to happen.
Come on, yeah, one day, like,
Just keep dreaming.
yeah, keep
Where
dreaming.
you should look at H2o Esports. They don't have a clear idea, but yes, they put some company around them. Let's see who's that. YM. They were so good in the last game around Paradise Resort. Now they have the overall campaign has been decent, right? YM Esports, a team coming in from the qualified opportunity that they had. They've just showcased what they can do, right? So the players are quite experienced in this few new names that we saw, but they've just sort of found a good combination to come to the stage and maybe get some decent respect for themselves. But let's see how's the journey going to be. It's just a decent start, not very impressive, but yeah, they look promising, and it's going to be very amazing to see how they turn as a team in the next tournament because they've got some good confidence, good games in their favor already in this video.
Yeah, the confidence is quite high, Trooper, right? And it is necessary. But YM, money. If I just want to talk about this one lad, he is so good. His individual skills is so good. But you need a gun for that, for sure.
You certainly do. And H2o, they've been the initiators, they've been into so many early fights. They've won quite a lot of them as well. The team that is very high on confidence. Let's see. IM Esports takes us to a early half. There's a farm area. Hell, gets away. Ooh, he's so low on HP, right? And he's being chased. He's being chased over here. Look at how hard they've chased him for that one kill. If you're on a buggy, you just got to be on your toes all the time. And wow, hell's being punished for that. How can you lurk around us? Just got to be with your teammates. We play in numbers.
Oh, wow. He already got punished, right?
Yeah.
But it's true for sure. They are looking out for some more.
Yeah.
Now, if we talk about their loadout, right? Let me talk about their loadout. Okay.
Yes, please.
So Assault, he has one level 2 backpack and an arm with no helmet and no vest. On the other side, Octopus, he has an M416 with an Uzi, with a level 3 helmet and a level 1 vest and a level 1 bag, right? So now this is a lot, kind of a basic loadout, right? They need an advanced loadout, but they are already up for a fight.
So this is not a very good situation for them right now. The only good thing is that they've got a kill, but they've got to traverse towards more compounds inside the vicinity. And the problem is the flight path was right over these areas. So there's always going to be that little bit of a doubt that is this compound being taken, has it been looted or not? And that is what they're dealing with right now. As JyanMaara Esports, the remaining 3 players, they're also just sort of a campaign. And now they've had cops trying to rotate from one compound to other. And they are just controlling the southern shores of the main island right now. And let's see. They just taking some shots. I told them that they'll be here. Now they're getting back into their rotations. Looking decent already. Now this is the 7th-minute mark already. You've got the first buildup. But let's remember, this is the last final game, and by the end of the game, we're going to have that one champion. We're going to go to PMCO Season 4 and 5. There's only one team that is looking the favorite. Until something historical happens over here.
Yeah. We need like that type of game, right?
Something that makes us scream and rap for the next 20 minutes.
Okay,
straight.
or maybe another tattoo. Maybe a tattoo.
or maybe another tattoo. Until that sort of a scenario happens, I think it's pretty much the team that everyone knows that is going through. It's just about a competitive practice game for them.
Yeah.
A good number of days there for the rest of the team. That's going to be very important, right? You got to watch all those. If the team management, the analysts, what the teams say, you just got to watch where the other teams are dropping in, how are they rotating in. Is there any big team that might just collide to a kind of compound that you like to hold on in this sort of circle? Which are the kind of positions that you like to hold if the circle moves towards the military base? How do you deal with that? Because they like to drop in towards Milta, right?
Yeah.
The Novo Bridge is a very crucial spot, and we know some of the best teams. They just love to lurk around that Novo Bridge area, right?
Yeah. Around the world, right? A lot of teams, in fact.
Exactly.
Not one or two.
World class
A lot.
teams, yes. They like to do that. So
if you want to challenge them, you have to be prepared for that.
yeah. And even talking about raw officials, if you're looking on a completely different color during the national championship, they haven't been that sort of a raw official in this PNCO, right? Maybe it's just because they already had the slot, so they were not pushing that extra bit over here. Because I had really had big expectations for them. And remember the first day we were so hyped up, we were screaming in every single game. The first game went for the gangsters. A chicken dinner for them, and then it was a comeback chicken for one of the teams that got 32. I think it was EKTA Esports.
EKTA Esports, yeah.
They got 32 in the next game. It really looked like they would be going right till the wire, but never knew wizzes would fight up till the third day, up till the second day, right?
Second day, yeah, you're right.
And they just keep getting those circle appearances, those important placement points, and the shift to the circle is now here with Yasnaya and 2 apartments inside it. Just shelter prisons are also there, so all these teams are trying to station themselves, and this is what other teams would also be studying, right?
Yeah.
Where is Raw in this sort of a circuit? Look at where they are. Yes.
True, but one thing in that is it's still like dead silence in the lobby, right? But again, the question is, teams are just focusing on those rotation and Hoody. Okay, Elementrix, come on. This one Groza, the beast, the meat grinder inside the one airdrop and a level 3 kit. Clown, come on, you have to pick it up. No! Elementrix, come on, you have to. Oh yes, he's listening to me. That's amazing. Yeah. Now I'm happy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
I
When
want
he
to
gonna
see
use
this
it?
Groza inside the final circle because
Oh,
that is an added pressure on any opponent, right? If you know that the Groza is running in front of you, get that extra bit of cautious. You got to be that extra pacey, extra quick
true.
because
Like,
yeah,
okay, I have a story related to that. It's a small story again. It's like
yeah.
the story time with
And,
Phoenix Shaman. So
yeah, in the PMCO regional finale last game.
yeah, last
Okay,
day. Okay,
please go ahead.
okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to tell you this. And back in the days when M249, it was a airdrop weapon, right? It was a luxurious weapon. Whenever I heard that someone is using, I literally got scared about that. Okay, someone is using M249. We are not gonna rush towards that area. Same with Groza. When someone is using Groza, never ever push towards that one area. And if my opponent has one Groza, I was like, we lost it. Woohoo!
You gave
Like,
up already. Okay.
yes, we all know that at that time we all know that the Groza.
what is this?
Okay, Rana is
69
like, okay,
Rana.
I'm bored with your story,
No,
Shivansh.
you just look at this reaction incoming for your story.
Yes.
In a PMCO regional finale, this was Phoenix Shiva's story time, and Cop 69 Rana. Oh my god, he blowed himself up.
He's like, I can't take it anymore.
They were players who were listening to what you were saying, but I'm connected to them. They're, they're feeling you. Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're feeling the same? No, that's not true. I know you're my big brother. Good
Yeah,
big brother, in fact.
I'm just kidding. You know that. Don't embarrass. I love to roast you. But
Oh, yeah.
let's see.
It's like almonds. Okay. I roasted myself. But Hoody Esports secure too. Now just heading towards to secure some more. Okay, this is backing off.
Yeah, important. Because the team plays third place points, the prize pool is still very important, right? And you just got to be sure that you put in that extra effort, and they just be very cautious over here. Hoody is the kind of positions that they have. Let's see if they can sort of do any changes, because even where they were, right, I think they were on 76 points inside the overall, and okay, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So Hoody were even far behind them. So let's see what they can pull off. And but JyanMaara, no fear. Oh, they're already on the 11th with about 72 points at the start of this game. They're chasing out AsOne as the next shift of the circle goes slightly towards that big junction of the roads. Those shelter areas coming into the equation, and all these compounds. Let's see how the teams are going to take control of them. As JyanMaara makes the push on Incus. Very difficult. Oh, he takes one down. He takes one down. Has he taken the second? No, Incus goes down. His little
Again, they're
cameo has
before,
come
right?
to an end. Yeah.
JyanMaara secured one and Gunner already got revive. And now they have an M249, Krypton Esports lost one player. But where are the other three?
Unless that is something for them to figure out as well. You need to be there when JyanMaara is pushing onto your teammate. Oh, Turlov goes down. So Skylightz Gaming, remember 151, 152 against Raw
Yeah.
Fiction? This is the only sort of contest that we have left with right now to be hyped about. Let's see where they're going to go towards. As Hoody now go up against YM, who are looking decent even in this game. They're looking so promising in the last game as well. Dropping in nades very close to the opponents. And as his teammate closes in, this is all happening towards the northern side, where TDP is just arriving on the backlines towards the northern edge of the third circle. Surviving so close.
Look at that.
Oh, that nade. Oh, it dished out damage from both the players. But still no knocks.
Still no knocks. But one player from Hoody, look at that. Just present towards the western side of the circle, right?
And look at one player from YM Esports just concentrated towards where TDP are. He's not taking part in this fight. He's just clearing the back line. So very important to work on these sort of little bit of strategies for yourselves, because that is what gives you a responsibility if you're playing together as a team. Just two of them trying to use their utility stuff, trying to create that opening over there, taking part in these utility battles. Both there inside the flank position. Just keep an eye on the backs, making sure that no one backstabs them. And the next hit with the circle, the fourth circle, is going to be done.
Fourth circle, we're just going to take a shift. Come on. Southern. Oh, a centralized shift towards the highway, present towards the western side of the shelter, and now Hype in the dead center of the circle. Elementrix on the edge. So as Krypton, JyanMaara slowly and steadily stepping in inside the circle, but this fight it's still going on. Hoody Esports, look at that clown, just already left the area, and now just moving towards the safe zone. 187 meters is the distance.
Well, it is, and JyanMaara Esports, let's see how they're going to open up this position for themselves, because now they got to wrap this fight and move towards the final circles. It's going to be very important, right? They still need points. Everyone wants to improve their standing on the overall standing, right? Let's see. And with JyanMaara just towards the edges of the circle, trying to take control of these ridges. They're spotting all the players, Hoody outside the circle. They're trying to hurt them as Hoody Lollipop creates an opening on Skylightz Gaming. Okay, he was the flank position player, and he's got an opening on Skylightz Gaming. I'm really interested to see how and the vehicle damage comes. Yeah.
But look at that raw visual. They are just bursting down some vehicles. JyanMaara Esports on the other side, they're doing good, but JyanMaara versus we can see the players from Krypton heading inside the smoke, as well as Hoody Esports got pinned down inside that one compound, but Boko popped out the head of No Fear with his car 98.
Look at that. He goes in for the revive policy. And as Reaper falls down, knocks himself up. Wow.
Did I crack a joke? I don't think so. Okay, so it's not my mistake then. Yeah.
No. He was reading information about the story you were telling him. He just got to hear that insight from the players, okay? So that is right. Well, Susan was holding up this position, and shots are being taken on him already. This is Hoody Esports trying to create some pressure, but the pressure is really upon them as the circle is closing in on the compound, and you can see Cloud just running away from the situation, and he gets picked up. P-Knight completely from JyanMaara, not allowing to get away. Susan takes him down, and his teammate sort of... Why are you just... I couldn't understand this move. Out in the open. You know that your play is going to finish over there. You're trying to create a cover with the buggy for yourself and your knocked teammate. Not possible. This is what is going to happen to you. Dilladaju, he goes down. And that is the end for Hoody Esports.
To take an exit at the 16th position, the first team who got eliminated. But look at that, a lot of teams lose out, a lot of individuals. But Rana takes down Gunner, and now he needs his revival. Susan just popping out some smoke so that he can make an extra cover. Ross Sada on the receiving edge right now. A lot of teams engaging in a lot of fights, but Snipe Whitey replied back, takes down Rana, and this fight is still going on. They are outside the circle. They have to move inside the circle, and Krypton Boko stole that kill.
And AsOne, they're holding a very important threat, and JyanMaara are doing significantly good to apply pressure on them inside the overalls. JyanMaara have got a 1-point lead over AsOne now. They started with 72, they've got 5 kills already, and AsOne are just featuring over here. I don't think they've got any kills, but then Susan goes down. Skylightz Gaming got heaven-ass casualties. Whitey getting picked off, and this is the end for Skylightz Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. They were losing player after player right from the start of Sanhok, and that continued for them even in this game. And they are out, starting this day on the #2 position, and they are going to miss out. I think it's going to hurt them inside the overalls, and they're going to lose a bit of a prize pool as well. We were really expecting them to pull off a miracle sort of a comeback for the PMPL Season 4 slot, but they've just been missing out again and again. And this is the end to the campaign.
Oh, one player is using a TP on an iron side? Okay, that's a good option. But still, that is going to be a troublesome situation. If if you just got stuck in a mid-range fight, then you should need a you need a scope. But Trooper, I'm just gonna ask you one quick question. What do you think? Which team just gonna secure a kill? Which team just gonna secure the chicken dinner?
Well, let's see. I feel like hype on our team right now in a good position, but Wizzes and Fives also might just end up proceedings on a very good note here. They keep dominating, they will put what a big chicken dinner to end up playing the leader. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. As H2o Esports and getting third party shot for 5 esports with 12 teams, 40 players inside the final circle. As AsOne Unity, they are going to welcome EKTA Esports on the other side of the road. That is also very crucial, and there are Unity flying in every direction. Sanhok behind the rock. No! 2 players taken down over there. There's a follow-up play coming in. He goes down as well. And they have created the necessary opening. Who is going to go for Ganthe? Who's going to go for Ganthe? Okay, Chante goes for Ganthe. So they've got a little bit of rhyme and love for each other as well. But yes, the revive is going to get executed without any smoke. That's a risk that they're taking. Look at where Madu is right now. He's sticking on to the lads of Raw and Wizzes with vibes. They're not stopping. They're getting kills for themselves. As Ruthless, aggressive warriors also take an exit. So the second spot is suddenly now open. The second spot suddenly gets open. If Elementrix would apply real pressure, they might end up on the second spot. This is suddenly becoming interesting. This is good for Skylightz Gaming and Raw. This was the head-to-head, and both have not been able to get inside the top 10. With 136 points, that is where Elementrix were certainly finding themselves as a contender for that second spot for the $2,000. Let's see can they do it. And now they've started to fall down as well. And what an opening being created over here.
You know what, Trooper Shapa, he was running out towards the back line so that he can escape that grenade. But at the end, look at that, how pretty he got knocked out from the grenade. But at the end, goes for the drop shot. But he got picked. Jaga tried his level best. So has his teammate EDP taking exit at the end. Elementrix is going to win down the players of H2o Esports. They have to be careful. Another grenade being launched towards the side of Shante. Spike got knocked out. Shante did a lot of damage. Miracle on 40% HP. H2o Esports. Shante take down Delta. And what is going on? Look at that. The players from Wizzes with 5, they're also zero.
Wow. And suddenly there is a twist in the tail over here inside the final circle as we arrive. We can see Elementrix side chance. They're looking good for now. They've got all the players standing. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm just not getting hyped up. Everything is open and everything was done already. But Ruthless aggressive warrior also just follow up Skylightz Gaming as no fear has been taken down from Krypton Gaming. This is a different sort of confidence the team Krypton is carrying since the last Sanhok, and now they're converting that momentum into this last game as well. As Elementrix, he arrives, way in front of you, and he takes down crazy from high from that beautiful shot coming in through that M4 red body. The dude is under pressure, he's feeding out. Poliang, the last player standing for them, he's been dished out as well. That is the end, and we are down to just last 4 teams in an instant, and so many teams, 3 teams fall in a span of just 5 seconds.
Yeah, but Black, he has an M249 with the perfect loadout, which is with vibes at the pip. Cops slowly and steadily moving in, and we saw that Orange, he was bravely driving a bug in an open circle. Rana spots down one, he's going to take down one, but H2 on the other side takes down Rana with that retaliation fire. Orange is stepping up. He's going to take the revenge of his knockout teammate. This is even a lot of damage. He will fall down. Elementrix just fall down to only one player, and that is going to be Sus. And they got eliminated.
He got eliminated? He gets eliminated. He gets eliminated. The chance for the second position finish, but now I don't know if he gets it or not. Is it EKTA Esports who might just convert this? Because they've got 8 kills already, right?
Yeah.
They were also inside the top 5 before the start of this game. They had 136 points to show against their name. And Elementrix have gone down in front of them. So we didn't expect this to happen at the final circle of this last game. That the hashtag 2 is going to get so hardly contested over here. And EKTA Esports making sure to make big statements out there and Krypton getting some significant points. They're going to move up the charts on that overall standing, add on some added dollars for their positions, and let's see which are going to be the teams that are going to get that green mark. If it is going to be EKTA Esports, they're definitely going to lose to the second spot.
Yeah, but look at that. Coco just lobbing out some random grenades, hiding behind that one US, and he's inside the safe zone. He's so scared right now behind those burst out US and buggies as well as the tree. But he has to secure some more points. 23 seconds on the clock. But Gyante, it seems like he was jump peeking and spots out Coco. But Coco, no cautious. That one grenade can change a lot of fate, but pretty far away from it.
And he
Yeah.
gets spotted in the process. His hand gets
Oh.
spotted, and I think that is going to be the end for Krypton Esports. Now we are down to one HR and Pops, and these are the teams on the first page, right? Not a lot of point difference between these two when we started this game. Just 8 points that was separating them, and one HR they've already got 9 points in the tally, and let's see how many Cops possessing, and but they got all the 4 players still standing right now, and that's going to be very important for them. And let's see who's going to take it the last and final chicken dinner. It's going to be the fight for the second spot, and Cops are definitely going to improve on their overall standings as well. This is a missed opportunity for teams like Skylightz Gaming, Elementrix, Raw, Fitful, and they might just get hurt over here with these teams just overtaking them in the last and final game as the first knock comes in, and this is the special lad, Spike. Now trying to complete, he takes away this knock with the M46. He's already got 4 kills behind him. And now he's just trying to get this opening for his team. But is the revive possible? Is it going to be 4v4 once again as Bolster goes down from a different angle? This is Gyante's DP doing the damage. And Black now under pressure. He's got 2 teammates who are on a very low HP around him. One of them is knocked. And a lot of smoke that they've created, they're impairing their own vision as well. One more smoke popped in, and the pressure is being constantly applied from EKTA Esports.
And look at that shot. He forced down Molius and just gonna take him down. It just all comes down to the 3v2. Rana, he was inside the blue, now in a good position. He has no vest and he will go down for sure. It's a 2v1 situation in favor of EKTA Esports. And look at that, Black was very low HP. Pretty close to the circle, pretty close to the blue, but he has to do it. He has to secure it. He has to dish out a lot of damage. And look at that, revival being initiated. Shante with 7 kills, Trooper.
And for a moment, it has become a 2v2 until the revive is going to get executed as it does now. And now we are back to all the 4 players standing. And Team Cops with 4 enemies standing in front of them. They've been cornered outside the circle. The ship from the circle also goes towards one Horn Rhinos, EKTA Esports, a team that certainly picked the pace and a bit of a favorite to take the national championship. Now inside this final circle, a contender for the PMCO hashtag #2 Finalist slot, and they've been looking nowhere possible, right? And with the likes of Skylightz Gaming, Rob is going down, they get but he goes down here. But eventually, with the DP form, Gyante coming into the equation, they shut things down, and with that final kill with him, they get this winner chicken dinner in this last and final. Look at that one on Rhino. EKTA Esports with this chicken dinner, and they complete hashtag 2 out of 16 on the overall ranking. Look at that 13 kill chicken dinner to end the regional finale for this, and what a time to assert their dominance on the $2,000 over there.
Yeah, Shante, he is the MVP of this one last match. Secured 7 kills, just out 750 damage. Look at that. 3 assists and 288 healing done. Pretty good.
I want to see how far Elementrix missed out over here. That's going to be something to watch out for. But, yeah, Krypton Esports featuring inside the top players list in this game. Vadu was there from GANGSTERS. Okay, he was also not very far away inside the overall at the start from where EKTA was. So they had an outside chance. They've been trying very hard, but they were losing players in regular intervals, and that is what the problem was for them. Not taking maximum players to the final circle, which clearly EKTA Esports did, and getting the highest skills, Shante, highest damage for him, and his teammate Miracle there getting the highest assist over there as well. So Krypton Esports get 19 over here, EKTA get 28, and Cops get 15, and this is how the top and Elementrix got just 30. That's good. They had 146 of that marker, and that is why they're not going to be on the hashtag.
But Raw with 6 total points in the backpack. So as hype process on the 10th Hoody Esports on the 11th position, just only 3 kill points, and that's their total point. Now, AsOne Unity with 1, 2 RGR, and Skylightz Gaming with 0 total points.
Well, this is going to break a lot of hearts. Skylightz Gaming, points. And we all knew, right? It was not possible for Skylightz Gaming to overtake as when the league started. Everyone is expecting them to end up on the hashtag and maybe give a bit of a competition, at least scare them for that opposition. But now they have just not been up to the mark on this day. But we know what this team can do, and they've done that in the past so many times. Let's hope that there's going to be a bright future for them. But now, just having a look at the OPF intro moments of this last final Erangel, where AsOne and 1HR, they were making a mess out of each other in this battle. And this is the beautiful nade coming in from Spike, right? That special player over there in that team. And I'm really happy he's rewarded with this hashtag too, to be really honest.
Yeah, and you know what? Like the way they executed as well as the way they were playing, that was amazing. And kudos to Elementrix. They were looking good, but at the end, it all comes down to the final circle. Cops and EKTA Esports. Cops literally tried their level best, especially Black as well as Paulus. But when he just got knocked out, Black has a lot of pressure on his shoulder. But at that situation, we saw that Cops still fighting back, but it's just a 3v2 situation, so obviously EKTA Esports had number advantage.
Look at the number of teams that crossed the 500 mark. Almost everyone, other than those 2 teams, which is 2 RGR and Skylightz Gaming, almost every team just out 500 damage in this game. And the highest being 1800. It's a very decent balanced performance coming in this last game as well. The attempt was there. There was no over the hype performances, but there was one performance that was standing out inside the PMCO Nepal Regional Finale, and that was from the wizzes with Wise. What a team! Delta, Roots, Reaper, Malik, a team that has been just so amazing, making sure they appear in the final circles again and again. And you cannot just pick up one player out of the score and say that he's responsible. Malik has played his part wonderfully as well. They've just all been there. And look at the teams with the green marker against the name at the end of the match.
Wizzes with vibes are the PMCO Fall Split Nepal Region champions, which is sponsored by Oppo F19 Pro. The way they were playing, that was beautiful, just like the device Oppo F19 Pro. But EKTA Esports, 5 chicken dinners on the second position, 164 points being secured by this team. And congratulations to every single team who were in the top 16s, like who were in the top 16 in the final as well as in the group stage. You got some amount of money for yourself.
Well, yes, and Krypton Esports also improving onto their total. JyanMaara just landing onto the 11th. Look at that. Even AsOne Unity, 1 point. 1 point out. 27. But beyond that, they were big jump. After that, look at that. 112 for PUBG Esports. They dropped down in this game, but they were significantly very happy with their overall campaign. PUBG Esports inside the top 10 of the overall ranking of the PMCO Nepal Region finale over here. So let's see, have a look at the leaders as well. Joker, he's there with 29 kills. Blah with 29 kills, but Rules with 27. He's really happy because they're going to move up the ladder. But on top is H2o. What an amazing find! He's the find of this entire PMCO regional finale. Nepal, a special lad out there. He's got a very good damage against his name and some amazing kills that he missed out. But just want to play all the matches and maybe be as impressive as he was in day number 2 on the remaining 2 days as well, which clearly the team hype had a momentum going towards them, but they just could not convert it into a big tournament finish.
You know what, Trooper? This journey was so beautiful. We casted the semi-finals together. We casted the finals. In the semi-final, 12 matches being played with the and in that semi-finals there were 32 teams. Then we have the top 16. Then we had the top 16, and now we have one team which is qualified for the PMPL Season 4, PUBG Mobile Pro League Season 4, and that is wizzes. with vibes. And congratulations to every single team again. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to PUBG Mobile Esports. And if you just don't want to miss out any type of esports action from any region, just subscribe to the channel. And if you love our commentary, if you love our casting, do follow us on our social. And a huge shout out to our official media partner Nemo TV and the Oppo F90 Pro. We take an exit. This is the end of the show. We'll meet you next time. Till then, take care, stay safe, and stay sanitized. Good night.